And we're live.
Hello, everybody. It's me.
It's you? It's only you, is it?
It's only her.
Oh,
Only
there's other
you.
people. Oh, wait, look at all of you. What are you doing here?
It's been a
Okay.
while
Polly's
since
world. We're just figments of our imagination.
it's been a while since Polly lost all of the player in this campaign. Sometimes she can still hear their voices.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not just their voices. It's random voices. But then I turn them into NPCs, and then you have to hear the voices as well.
And they all drive Ford F-150 trucks.
Pickup trucks.
This stream was sponsored. I'm kidding.
No, but if you want to sponsor us, Ford,
I feel like they should sponsor Polly.
can we have a Tesla?
Yeah, all right.
That's not.
I don't think Ford made
That's
Tesla.
not-
Oh,
Ford doesn't make Teslas.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Maybe a Jaguar.
Now we're gonna get sued by Elon Musk.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Oh.
I'd rather Jaguar. They made Jaguars, didn't they?
Isn't that a British?
They did. They owned
Anyway.
Jag for a while. Anyway, hi, welcome in. My name is Karsh Goblin. This is GoblinCaveTV, and we are back with Knights of Payne University, Cult of the God King, our fourth or fifth season, or investigation, etc. We have Syrinscape in the background because Syrinscape does awesome audio. We also have that mixed in with the soundtracks from Son of Oak Studios, the creators of City of Mist. So yeah, the overlay art and character art is done by Hidekiri Chibi. Catch her at Twitch TV on Hidekiri Chibi or bestokecc.com.au. She's a full-time professional commission artist specializing in bespoke character creations, essentially role-playing characters and role-playing stuff. And that's pretty much all the stuff. You can donate to the channel. Every donation you do also helps out the channel. If you donate $1 or 100 bits, that person you donate with the person linked to it gets a +1 to a roll, which they can use later. If you subscribe, everybody gets +1, and if you subscribe, everyone gets +2. Because Polly was running late, we got a subscription in 1 minute after we were supposed to be live. I'm giving
really?
that to everybody.
Woo! I mean, boo. I mean,
Boo.
I don't care. I think you deserve it since you were doing so well. I think you deserve a little extra bonus, but
Oh, so you get
Look out.
+2?
no.
Let's
Not yet.
try. It was worth a try, but it's at least it's nice to have someone subscribe to the channel. So thank you so much for the subscription. It means so much to us. It helps us pay for artwork like this and stuff that makes us
Thank
look
you,
more
Echo.
pretty. So thank you so much for it. It wasn't just last minute, but it was also right on time for us to be
Yeah, it was
when we're
perfect.
supposed to be live. So we'll do our introductions, and then we'll do our voiceover monologue, and then we'll get into the show. So, our Mistress of Ceremonies.
Hello, it's me, Polly. I am the Mistress of Ceremonies. I run this game. This is City of Mist. If you happen to be new here, and or named Echo, the City of Mist system is based off the Powered by the Apocalypse system, which is a what we say fiction first, and then mechanics second. You'll see how it plays out. It's in my judgment the best system out there. We should do introductions, and I don't even remember who we agreed was going to do the voiceover monologue. If nobody wants, did you?
It's the person
Okay,
that
all right, never
that's
mind
not
then.
here this
Woo!
week, so we've had to elect someone else because
Okay,
that
good.
person
Well,
just seems to always be sick or not
Thank you.
available on their week.
All right. Thank you, Raven. Anyway, that's me.
So I'll go next. Hi, my name's Karsh Goblin. I play Chuck, who has recently had a, I wouldn't say midlife crisis, but he's like had a building collapse on him, and things have changed in his life, both internally and externally. He's also the dumb jock. That's the one thing that's still pretty constant.
Getting smarter. He's got books now and glasses.
Yes, he's finally got his glasses. And a lot was revealed in the last session. Oblivivian?
Speaking of a lot of things revealed in the last session. Hi, I'm the other person who blew up last session. It was both me and Karsh. Hi, my name is Oblivivian. I go by Viv. I stream around a lot on the internet, so if you want to find out more about me, I'm social media, whatever. I play Mavis Thorn, who is a completely normal, very good person. And she likes to write poetry and does not hear voices in her head that tell her to kill people, despite what my friends will say later tonight. Just don't let them gaslight you, audience. I'm completely fine.
Yeah, we're gonna gaslight people, or glasslight, or whatever. Some things.
We already...
I see my technique is rubbing
entire
off on
session.
all of you. That's nice.
Yeah, well done.
I'm the most gaslighting GM I've ever seen.
Gabriela.
Hi, I'm Gabriela, and I'm going to play Christine tonight. And just somebody mentioned gaslight. I love gaslighting. Like right now, you don't even know I'm doing it, but I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
you know.
Raven.
And I am Ravenrook. I am playing Alex, who was completely not stalking the crew for a long time before joining the show, and so has been making observations about their growth progress, and is very nervous about where we're headed in this new adventure post Karsh's transformation. So, excited tonight.
Side note, this video, this clip right here is what people are going to use to teach psychology students on what gaslight is. Just saying.
Can you spot the difference between gaslighting and sarcasm?
95% of students can.
I can't.
Yeah. And I think I have the
Anyways.
monologue tonight.
Yes, that's why you were last. So, would you like any music?
Sure.
So every session, according to the system, begins with, well, let's see, we run it by moves. And the first move of the game in every session is the voiceover monologue move. And that is a different character every time. Today, we are all excited to hear from Alex Storm. Tell us, what's on your mind? Look at that. I see it.
Video log entry number 52. It has been a long time since my last recording, although really I guess only a week, but I'm actually exhausted an entire notebook. I was forced into actual face-to-face acquaintance with these subjects. However, it has meant that I've had an opportunity to make much closer observations. The largest transformation in the last week has come from Chuck. He's gone from living under a bridge to smashing a building. We actually believed that he was dead at one point. However, he was dismissed from the hospital. We're still clarifying that with the police authorities. And he seems to have undergone a significant change in energy. Before, he was accompanied by a large troll-like figure, and now he seems to variate between a cape and a mask, and perhaps a large shield. There seems to be some confusion still, but an emerging mythos around protection or a legend of safety. It's beginning to make me wonder about how these legends connect to us. Maybe they're drawn to our personalities? Possibly? I don't know what that says for these new hypnosis powers of mine. Maeve and Penny seem to be engaging in some form of college courtship ritual. Whether this is an actual emergence of feelings or just a prolonged exposure to shared danger remains to be seen. However, I'm told that the first sharing of time went well, and we await to hear the furtherance of the relationship Christine's narcissism is becoming increasingly deep and increasingly powerful. Whatever is driving it, however, appears resistant to any form of exposure. Even talking about it now, I find it slipping through my hands. Corvus has made an appearance, although only to Penny, and again, Penny's judgment remains slightly subject. So perhaps not. She claims that he issued a warning to us left behind about the new occupant of his office, Professor Gregory Clay, professor of philosophy. I have to say that Dr. Coy is not impressed. He seems to be treading far too close into our department's territory. He has a lot of interesting theories about transformation and true self. He is perhaps highly charismatic, but whether or not his scholarship will withstand scrutiny remains to be seen. There's something strange going on in his classes, though, and perhaps I will see if I can encourage my investigation acquaintances to delve further. I look forward to making an update within the week.
Wow, did you just do that just now? You wrote that
Like
just now.
15
Nice
minutes
job.
before. Yeah.
Wow, that was good. Okay, all right. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that, Alex. So one other thing happened last week that I think, if you don't mind, Maeve, could you just describe your discovery and how you sort of have revealed a new truth about what lies beyond, or I guess anything else you might. When you say you blew up the
yeah. So basically what happened, super crazy, but Maeve has a girlfriend now. That's the whole crazy thing. Nothing else happened last session at all. I don't know why Polly's making such a big deal about it. You know, we love the gays here at Goblin Cave TV, so...
Yeah, that's okay. My memory's bad.
Yeah. Why would you do that? No, so Maeve had a bit of a awakening. She broke through one of her Logos tags. I had a little bit of a moment of evolution because Vivian planned it really well. So I leveled up as completely one build-up level, and I gained an improvement, which is to see through the mist, which allows Maeve to visualize the legends behind folks just like her. So she had a little bit of a adrenaline rush when it happened, because she definitely was full of power in one moment, and it was really great. So
nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to now make sure that I know who's talking to you, and I have to remember now about their mythos, in case you happen to see anything. But that should open up. That should open up a whole new way of looking at the world. Now your friends that you've gone to try to do these cases with do not. Now you see the world pretty differently from the way they see it. It remains to be seen if you will be able to bring them along, or they will instead lock you out as some sort of lunatic who has lost touch with reality, as opposed to become closer to the true reality. We don't know. The story now opens. Where would we like the action to begin?
Headquarters.
I think we ended last session in my apartment, and we were going to leave, but then we ended
headquarters.
My apartment.
Headquarters.
My apartment. We were in my apartment. Yeah, and I think we were going to investigate. We didn't. No one wanted to split up, so we decided. I think we were gonna go. What was it? We were gonna go investigate the teacher first, or we were gonna go where exactly?
There was some conversation about whether we needed to go to the police station or just let that come to us, or if we wanted to go back to campus and investigate.
I think we decided on campus because we were like, if Chuck doesn't have the police on him now, we could just deal later.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. And so you are in your fancy apartment, the second to highest floor of a large, very upscale, very secure and well decorated and ornate building known in the city. The resident just above you met an untimely death in a car crash that was relatively unimportant, I'm sure, and meant nothing at the end of the day. However, you depart your apartment and head toward the university, right? Which of course is in the old quarter. And to get there, you got to cross over a river? No, I like this map.
Are you actually in Roll20 and using the map?
Yeah, I am. So I was gonna, yeah, like I love. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So you got to cross over. This is exciting. All right, so you got to cross over. It's, by the way, a rainy day. Usually, it feels ordinary. The weather feels ordinary. The fog's a little lower today than usual. There's a slight chill in the air, but it's still relatively early as you make your way across the river over to the old quarter that you know so well. You stop nearer on the campus, outside the building where your former friend or your current friend Corvus's office is. It's also relatively close to the historical society that you had once visited. I don't know why I'm mentioning that. And as you make your way through there, Mavis does not tell you, but she hears carnival music, and there's no radio on.
Oh, carnival music. Is that clown still here? the, the one from the candy episode? Have I still seen? I haven't seen that.
I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. I just channel like what's going on in the city. I don't know anything about that. I don't know why you would ask that.
Cool. Okay. Thank you. Yep. I'll just internalize that.
Supposed to know why you're hearing carnival music.
I would think maybe the writer of the scene would know, but I'm crazy. You're right. I'm crazy. No one will ever believe me.
See what I say about gaslighting? I'm bad. I'm real bad at it. So your driver, we'll just say, has tried to chat you up, taken some mild interest in your friends, and he's got to get back to the big mansion where your parents live, I assume, near the outskirts of the city. And he says, "Is there anything I can get you? Should I come back with the groceries, or is there maybe some negligee?"
No.
Oh, sorry.
Laurent, that's fine. No,
right.
Laurent, that's fine. Go. You can take the rest of the day off. Go.
He
spend time with
twirls his mustache, and he gets in the vehicle and drives off.
Has he got a thing for you?
No, Chuck, he has a wife and like 6 kids. He's just lonely. He works like 12, 13 hours a day. My parents just pay him to sit in that car all day.
And he often buys people lingerie and...
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's what he said.
Oh. I didn't even hear
I
that.
can't spell it, but I'm pretty sure that's what I heard.
I kind of zone out on what he said since I was a kid. Too much.
I'm pretty sure it's negligent.
Negligent?
Second language, Jim. He probably just misspoke.
It's
ESL moment or something.
Yeah, he's not a native English speaker. He comes from somewhere outside the city, which is crazy.
Yeah, he's come from somewhere outside the city where they host a runway that I definitely went to, but I just couldn't remember the place name.
Why are you at the airport? You got a pilot's license, Christine. Can you fly?
So, what's the plan, guys? So we're gonna just walk in and start talking to this dude, or are we gonna try to go around campus and find out more about him? I know we have access to the admin offices, we could maybe get his like paperwork. You know, Alex.
I did take a look at his CV. It was run of the mill. I mean, as one would expect for his current position, but it did give shockingly few details about his prior employment. Perhaps if he's away for class, we could check his office first.
You know, like when you looked at, I can't remember this exactly, but I feel like you got to see his background in his file. Yeah, and one thing I don't know why I didn't mention this. I should have mentioned it before. The only noteworthy thing is that it's a very clean record. The only thing that looks negative is that there was one comment about him taking a class on an unapproved field trip a long time ago. That's all.
Oh, an
It's a good
unauthorized, an
I
unauthorized
suspect that
field trip. Spill the
perhaps he
tea
had
a little bit
difficulty
more.
Boundary and students.
Okay, but like what time and with which class? And is there photo? And did somebody post on a undisclosed social media account?
It is possible that it occurred before the emergency.
Are you
Well-
saying that he had relations?
Oh, spicy.
I believe that we are making some assumptions outside of our body of evidence. We should
No,
find out.
if we were making assumptions, we'd say sex, but I said relations.
Right. So,
There's
okay.
a group.
So let's
Sorry.
hold on real quick. How about we do a little bit of digging?
There's a group of students. They were just standing talking outside of the building where Professor Corvus's office used to be, and one of the students was showing some of the others her necklace. You know, you don't see it; they're kind of far away, and they look at it. You know, they were kind of mesmerized by it, and then when you all pulled up, they sort of stopped, you know, what they were doing right away. And now that you're talking, kind of looking around, figuring out what you're going to do, you notice that they sort of keep watching you. Trying not to, you know, like, you know, they're not staring at you, but you can see that like they're paying more attention to you than you may have, well, than a normal group of students would.
Okay. I like to look at them and do my mean girl things and go, what are you looking at? That's right. Beat it, losers.
Why don't you roll convince?
Okay. I'm going to use my impeccably stylish and self-centered nature
Okay.
to help me with this role.
Chuck grunts and gives you a help point.
Oh, a
What does he
help
do?
point from Chuck.
Chuck grunts menacingly
Oh,
to
okay,
give a help point.
Helping with the
Okay.
intimidation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that is all. Let's see.
And
if I
just
can
like
do-
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Christina a hurt. No, I'm kidding. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
No.
Don't listen to it.
no,
Or
and,
I'm just there. I'm not intimidating at all anymore.
and that's not a
Alright.
+2. We're tight like that, which sounds so wrong with Christine. So
Hey,
have +2
no,
instead of +1.
Karsh, gross.
I know.
Stop.
It just
Gross.
What a moment. Let's go.
All right, there you go.
But
So,
of course.
they act, of course, like you're not scaring them away, but they and the one woman who had the necklace puts it under her shirt, and they're like, they walk off.
That's right. And buy better shoes next time. Ugly
Bitch.
bitches.
Christine, were you
Um,
familiar with that make of jewelry? Is that cool right now?
No, no, I don't buy secondhand shit.
Maybe that was
I'm-
firsthand.
There was kind of a little glow to it. Maybe it had a little battery or something. That's all you
Oh.
could really see in that
Oh,
distance.
gimmicky store stuff. Ew.
That's me.
Plot relevant. Oh, I can hear Christine.
That was me.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, I think maybe Alex would be the best one to go into the office. Me and Alex can go together, and then Christine and Chuck, you guys can maybe scout out his class and let us know if he leaves. Because I feel like Alex can go invisible, and I got some stuff to.
I can go invisible.
Oh, you can go
Yes.
invisible.
Yes. We've all been over this, right? We've talked. I think.
Yeah, you're like totally like vanished when we were facing with,
Oh,
no.
was this the thing and the thing with the thing and the
Mhm,
building? That was very
right.
scary.
Yeah, you went invisible. It was, but that and the convincing thing. I don't. It's some kind of like wind spirit. But...
Oh, hold up. I have an idea. We can just, while you look for stuff, I can like maybe distract him.
I mean,
I
that's why
can-
I was sending you to his class.
That sounds
with
like an
Chuck.
excellent plan.
Yeah, I'm
Don't-
going to ask my friends who is in his class to just go and ask him questions related to the material or whatever. So that way it will stall him for forever.
The fundamental freedom transformation of the self. That was his last paper.
Okay, I'm gonna use to type that because I like my brain blank out after the first word.
Try
Alex
using the
texts that
text to speak.
painfully slow. Just like
Is it because
OMG,
there's no
it's like
keyboard?
it's
I think I should help out trying to get in. Even if
Are you sure?
So what? Oh, okay. What are you doing right now? Like, are you trying to get somebody else to go talk to him?
Yep,
okay. All right. Okay.
so I'm gonna use my friends to like distract him with their questions for the materials.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of friends.
All right. So you want to change the game?
Yes.
Okay.
So I can so I'm going to pretend I'm friend with them to get them to ask him a lot of questions.
What's your friend's name?
Well, it's
That's
my
a good-
assistant crew.
Okay.
So
What's their-
whoever in that crew that take the class can go ask him.
Okay. So your friend's name is well, it's always
Abigail.
it's
I'm just sending it in the group chat, so hopefully there's a couple of them. I don't really know their name.
I'm pretty sure it's
Okay.
Chad.
We're good friends.
well, I was like, it's Crudo crew helper.
Crew helper. Why am I friend with this person?
Because she thought
Sorry,
it was
that's
a
just
French
their
name.
online name. Yeah.
He thought they're a foreigner.
Okay. Roll something.
Okay, I'm gonna change the game with my friends. I'll ask them to I'll ask them to ask him questions that Alex totally texted me. I'm gonna use my self-centered nature for this to kind of commend them. Like, yeah, you're gonna go and ask him questions.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend both of my chat points because I really want this to work.
You can spend one at a time.
Oh, okay. Then I will spend one.
According to me.
Got it.
This is
All right.
purely a poly rule.
Yeah. It's not written anywhere.
It's not just a poly rule. if we get someone dump a ton of donation in,
It'll break the game.
it can break the game. Yeah.
Yeah, the +1 is pretty good for this system, right? You get like, I mean, it increases your chance for success by like 20% or something.
Yeah.
It's really, it's good. You know, it's super good. So, all right, there you go. Mild success. So you change the game. You have a 3 juice. You can create a story tag. You can burn a power tag or a story tag, or give or reduce the status on a 1-for-1 basis. You have okay. So tell me what you'd like to do. You've contacted one of your friends. They're of course, do whatever you say, and they're in. Tell me what they're doing now.
They're going to go and talk to him and be like, Professor, we totally need some guidance on these questions that Alex texted that seems super complicated. So I'm hopefully creating a temporary tag, a temporary video status of
Office hour?
Just off hour 1.
Okay.
-1.
Okay, so he's currently in office hours, but it's near the end of his office hours, but he has been busy for one role talking to a student who knows just what to ask for whatever reason, wants to talk about the exact paper that he is super interested in talking about. And it looks like, so your temporary status is going to be 3, so it's office hours 3. Is he
Office
3?
hour 3.
Okay.
And I'll go. Oh, they text back. Totally go into ask him all these questions. I love you, Christine. Thank you for your help, done. Okay,
Let me add this to your information. Since you rolled this without ever seeing him, you were sort of unable to determine whether or not he had any he would have any custom moves. So let me reveal this to you now. He is an especially mindful person, and so even though you're able to change the game and create an office hours 3, you will notice whenever you come into contact with him that he is also mindful 3. And that's a custom move he has. Whenever he enters the scene, he gets mindful 3. He's both mindful of what he says and mindful of his surroundings. Now his office. Okay, well, tell me what you do now. Describe, because we are fiction first.
So we want to sneak upstairs and investigate the office, right?
Mm-hmm. So I told Alex all of that, and I'll let them do the thing.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. How are you going to investigate his office when he's there trying to have office hours?
No, he's in a class right now. Sorry, he's in a class right now because it's the morning, and she's having students distract him like after class so that we can go into his office so he doesn't go back to his office immediately. That was the
prevent him from coming to his office hours.
Yes.
Hold him back.
Oh, I should have handled that differently. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Since I missed that, I will say then he's detained, doing whatever he's doing, for one role, because it's a temporary story tag.
Mm-hmm.
Or
so does that mean we have to stealth and then investigate? Because that's too.
Yeah, even getting through the door is one.
The door. If the door's unlocked, though, I mean.
We sneak up to his office and test out the door.
Old
very
Chuck
quietly,
would just ask to take the building with him, but can't do that anymore.
I mean, here's what I would say. I'm going to apply. I'm going to say this. I'm going to give you. I'm going to apply the distracted status, and say that you detaining him made you able to go into his office when he would have otherwise been there. He probably would have locked it, but who has the ability to go in a door? Anybody?
Check and walk through walls.
No, I can't.
Well, you can.
You haven't
Even if
she burnt it.
If it's burned, you can still use it. You just can't use it for a roll.
Yeah.
You can't even use it narratively speaking either.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how. But I can disable security systems. He has been
I
hitting
mean,
the
of course,
books.
it's all subject to my judgment, of course.
Yes.
But like the general rule is, you can correct me if I'm wrong if you see something different. But generally, after a tag, it's all tag based, right? So if the tag is burned for whatever reason, you can't add it really to the story. It wouldn't make sense. But okay, so
Or I can just search it from out here.
what do you
How can
mean?
you do that?
The only wall's in the way.
You're gonna break the wall?
No, I can look through
But
it.
let's
Oh. Yeah. Well, because my understanding was
You know what?
when
He
burn
forgot
it,
to lock the door, and you go in.
right.
Well, but
We've
I
entered
really
the
wanna-
office.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
really want to say this though, because my understanding of the tag was like when you burn a tag, it just gets weaker, but you can still narratively do it. Like if you had a character that had a telepathy ability, they could still use it, but it would be like really weak, and you wouldn't be able to use it as a +1 because you have to recover it. But I don't think it's like the power's gone kind of thing. So that was my understanding, but
I'm okay.
it doesn't really matter. I'm just saying. I'll look it up in the book later. But
We're five investigations in. That's kind of how we've done it, at least from my memory.
I mean, it's always going to be subject to my judgment. Like there might be a situation where I would let it go, but not this time.
not this time.
Yeah, because it's a significant thing. It will require a roll, right? And so forget it. He just left the door unlocked. In fact, he is overconfident. In fact, I'm going to say maybe it's not so. He's not so against people going to check his stuff out.
Now I don't want to do anything.
Alex is still dreadfully curious and just like has to know. I need to investigate the office.
So Alex are going to go, and we're all just going to stand down here and warn them if something comes up.
I have to go by myself now.
I'm not going in that office. Are you kidding me?
No, I'll go in. I don't care. I'm already I probably already walked in knowing me. I'm like, all right, let's.
Okay,
just get this over
cool.
with.
Well, anyone who wants to go can go, but I'm staying down here. I'm not going into a professor office. Office hour are for nerds and loser.
Right.
So
All right,
I
so
think
you got-
Alex would enter the office and would take their recording equipment, thinking that if we record some of it, that Penny might be able to help us out later, looking into the picture area, and would really be interested in seeing if there was anything related to the jewelry the student was wearing or to what the professor had been reading in the library.
Okay.
Could
All
I-
right. So let me tell you what it looks like when you go in there. It looks quite different than when Corvus was there. It's been changed up a little bit. It's now, the wood paneling has been replaced. It's kind of oaky. It's dark. Corvus had some bookcases, but now it looks. It's sort of. It kind of looks like a wizard's library now. Like for some, now it's got bookcases, but they're all dusty suddenly, even though he hasn't been there that long. There's velvet curtains draped over the window. It's dark. It's got kind of a musky feel to it. It's pretty plush. There are several pieces of medieval art that Corvus never had that. There's a tapestry, a bust, and a laboratory set gurgling in the corner. And if you look at the bookcase, I'll just give you all this for free. There's numerous texts, I guess not really to your surprise on the first, perhaps somewhat to your surprise on the second, spirituality and alchemy. Somewhere in the background, though, you hear, "Step right up."
Is that me? I hear that.
Yeah.
I kind of I'm in the room with Alex, and I kind of just jump for a second. And I look around, and I go, "What the hell is that?"
The chemistry set?
No, do you not hear the?
Can you describe what you're hearing?
It must just be the bubbles from the chemistry set. Sorry. I'm a little jumpy.
Absurd.
Anyways, what do you
Is it
see?
not odd that a philosophy professor has a chemistry? It
I
does
don't know,
seem to
maybe
be
he's into chemistry.
outside of his discipline. And why alchemy? Not dead science.
It's probably, I mean,
The
to
bell
be fair,
rings, and you can hear noise of the students going from room to room outside.
Hey,
did we investigate
Chuck,
yet?
do you see him coming? If
should
you
check the
do, let me know. I'll text them.
Am I on lookout? I thought you were on lookout. Okay.
I mean, I am on the lookout. Oh,
Not
these
in the
cool
mirror.
Neil Somerset. Oh,
Oh boy.
well, no, like for the fashion trend. That's what I mean when I said I'm on the lookout. What did you think? Just let me know. I
Alex,
am.
do you want to investigate?
Yeah,
Do the investigation roll? Because I probably don't have that much to.
I have research master and keen observer. And I can spend a chat point.
Yeah, you're in academia, so you might know your way around a professor's office relatively, more expeditiously than anybody else. Of course, you can provide assistance if you like. If some
I don't
others.
have a help point, so.
Okay.
And I'm the only one in this room with them.
Or you could interject with it. Oh, you did it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, that was a great success. You can ask me questions on a 1-for-1 basis. You can ask 3 questions, and I can do nothing. Sadly, I am compelled to give you a solid lead or a straight answer.
Looking at the chemistry area,
Yeah.
is there anything about the experiment or the notes that seem to indicate its purpose?
You don't really know about the exact purpose of it. It's certainly not something related to philosophy. As you look around, you don't see like there's no Kant. There's no I don't know, there's no philosophical books around, and you're not sure if this is. I mean, it seems to be, as you sort of look through the paper, there seems to be chemical recipes and symbols that seem to be, I don't know how much you know about science, but some of it seems scientific, but a lot of it doesn't. It just seems like symbolism, and you can't really make a whole lot of it. You do notice. Well, okay. Is that enough of an answer? I mean, I know that's an open-ended question, but
it doesn't tell us
do you take a picture of those?
Yeah.
Let me give you this
Okay.
as a, just to make sure I give you something that's worth your one question. I'm very giving about this. The thing you really understand is that you sort of flip through notes, I guess, and on the first flap of one of the sort of notebooks, it has a reference to The Alchemy of the Soul. It's a medieval book by Mathilda de Aquino, and it says research here with an arrow pointed to that book.
Look, there's a reference. We could go to the library.
Love the library.
I'll be so excited to go with us. Looking around the room, is there anything, or what do we notice? How do I phrase?
Give me a hint.
What about the room?
There's a flyer for what's okay.
Okay, no, what are you gonna say? There's
Oh,
a
wait.
flyer.
Oh wait. Keep in mind, you can do reverse clues if you want. You can describe what you find, and then I can maybe tell that. But here you go. You find a flyer, You don't know if it's important or not, but it does say that Professor Clay has a philosophy club weekly that is open to all. It is located at a fraternity. I don't know if you heard of it or not. You can tell me. It is called. I would improvise it, but I know there is one here. Anyway, while I'm about to tell you, think of your third question.
Alpha, Beta, Omega. Sorry, I just had to.
Just not Kappa.
No.
What's your third
We don't
question?
do fraternities in Australia, so I
Oh.
can't help.
You're still looking
Yeah.
for thinking of our question. Are there
Or
any
consider doing a reverse clue.
I find the solution to the problem. We're all done. Finished. Great.
cheating? I think when I'm looking at his
Corvus told Penny last sessions that they are trying to take his place.
Oh, someone's trying to take his place. Maybe, yeah. Is
Mm-hmm.
I think when I'm looking at his desk, I see a photograph on the desk of someone that really strikes me as strange for him to be with, and makes me curious about their relationship.
Okay, the two of them together. Okay. Oh, I love reverse clues. Okay, so were you pick up the picture and it is I don't know if you recognize the guy, but
I
some
would.
of the
I think I know who it is.
I'll show it to Mavis too.
Who is the person that you recognize?
Is it Corbin Payne? Is it?
No.
Is it?
No.
Oh no. Okay.
No. It
I
is.
was
It
like.
is.
I was like, oh.
No. Come on now. I wouldn't do that to you. There's gonna be more. This is a mystery. It's gonna. Remember that fellow, the Monopoly-looking guy with the pocket watch and the hat from the Historical Society?
Historical Society. Yes.
Yeah, that guy. You see him
Oh
with.
my god. Yeah. God, what was his name? Penny
Yeah,
would
I'm trying to
remember
find it.
I don't.
I'm
No,
trying to
I wouldn't.
find-
I wouldn't remember his name. Neither of us would remember his name because he made me and Chuck forget.
Graham. He
I
was
don't
working
remember
at
his
the help desk at the Historical Society. He sort of looks like the Monopoly dude.
You wouldn't remember his name, but would he be familiar to you?
Yeah, I know. I would definitely recognize. So that's he's like the receptionist at the Historical Society. He made us wait for like literally 6 hours just to read like a bunch of books. It was horrible.
Did he give you books to read? Wait.
No, but I do think he has something to do with, or the Historical Society has something to do with the whole erasing things from people's minds, because me and Chuck had like a very stark like forgetful spat for a second.
I
So a
love
place
reverse
dedicated to the
clues.
preservation of history makes you forget things.
I think it's preserving the history of the city and specific things that people don't want people to know about it. I mean, the fact that we found out that it's called Payne Town because of the person who created the town is like, the city is kind of, you know. Oh, have we told you about that yet? We probably haven't told you about that yet. Sorry.
Yeah,
The
Alex
name of
just
the
looks at you very
fraternity?
confused.
Just for the record, is Mu Omicron. Some of you may have heard of it, some of you may have not. That'll be up to you whether you know anything about it.
What's called Omicron? What?
Mu Omicron is the name of the fraternity where the philosophy club is held regularly. Oh, sorry, I said weekly. What I meant was, I don't know why I said that. I meant 3 nights a week.
Okay.
Frequently. In fact, you notice it might be tonight. Huh. As luck
How do
would
they
have
have any
it.
time to study if they're there 3 nights a week?
I don't know, but we probably the bell rang, so like, did you ask all your questions?
Now the door
We should get
opens
out.
and a student looks in, not the professor. Is like, is Professor Clay here?
Oh no, we were looking for him too. Sorry, I had a question for him, but I guess he's not here.
Hmm.
Chuck, did somebody just
There's
pass
a-
us to enter his office? I don't care.
The student that
You know.
pops in, by the way, just so you kind of know what he looks like, tall, broad-shouldered jock. Kind of looks like a guy Chuck used to hang out with. They don't really know each other. I don't think. I don't know. Do you recognize this guy? You can just make the call.
Chuck's
You can tell
been
me.
away for a while, so it could be Chuck's replacement.
No, nice try.
Mm.
He's too
So-
busy for that. He's too busy doing work, working with the professor.
We were
and-
just
anyway,
we were going.
Eh,
We left a note.
okay. He
Crap,
kind of
Mavis.
gives you a look like he's better than you.
Is he giving me the same look that those kids outside were giving me?
Roll investigate if you want to know anything about that.
I do want to know. Okay. I am a good judge of character. And I am a socially perceptive person. And,
That sounds accurate. Now let me see here. Do you have anything else, or can I start to poke through your weakness tags?
I do appear
Appears
unapproachable. So
unapproachable.
it could just be that I look like a goth girl that would always get looks like this. So
I'll let you invoke that or not. I'm not going to do it on purpose.
I'll invoke it. Yeah, I'll
It's-
invoke it. But then
okay.
Can I use an eye for detail? Because I have an eye for detail, which allows me to see.
Sure.
small
Sure.
details. Cool.
Sure.
Okay, so that's a +2. Investigation. Okay, here we go. Wow, we're rolling good today. Knock on wood.
Okay, so
Uh,
for here's how you figure this out. Okay, sorry. Do your reverse clues. I want to try this again. I'm having fun with it.
he's looking at me the same way that everyone else that those other kids were looking at me. And it kind of gave me like a weird vibe. I think that's what's I do pick up on that. He is in fact doing
And
that.
he might have
Just
even been in that group of you may
he might
if
have,
you
yeah.
think he might have even been in
Yeah,
that circle.
He was in that
Yeah,
group. Actually.
I think he was.
Thank you.
I think he was.
And my second question is not a reverse clue because I would like to know, and you don't have to tell me what it is, but since I can see, like I can visualize people's mythos, I want to know, is he a rift? You don't have to tell me his mythos. I don't want to make you like pull a mythos out of your butt, but
See, the hard part of that question is, I will give you this. This is going to be a solid lead, I guess. Is that no, he's not a rift, but he's
Okay.
not nothing either. He's not a sleeper either.
Oh, okay. He's one of those people that's probably influenced by one of them. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about either. I'm crazy,
Yeah.
and no one would ever believe me. Yeah, we were just going. Thank you, though, so much.
Yeah, all right. Mind your own
I'm gonna
business.
grab Alex by like the arm and just like try to lead them out very quickly, and then I just give like a look to Christine and Chuck, and I go, "What the hell?"
What the what?
What?
Were you not
We
aware
will talk
of
about
the
this later.
parameters of the lookout position?
I mean,
Christine was the
there are
lookout, but
some
she kept
gender.
looking on her phone.
Yeah, there's some gender non-binary clothes coming out, so I did the lookout. What?
While you're outside the office, you see the professor himself walk by, doesn't pay you any mind, and goes into his office.
Fuck, I wish I'd saved
It's
the
a-
question so I could ask you what it is.
It's a dress
Well,
that can be zipped into a pen. It's a moment.
Okay, we'll talk about this later. Let's maybe go to the science room, we can not be in the middle of the hallway talking about stuff.
Just impart information in a more secure location. And Alex would
Yes.
just start walking for the science room.
I'm pleased
Shall
that
we
you've
go to
noticed I'm
HQ?
trying to put more pressure on you.
I appreciate it.
Shall we go
Yeah.
to the HQ?
No, we're going to the science room, and that's my
I don't believe
apartment.
it would be expeditious to leave campus at this juncture.
Yeah, it's also really nice that you sleep in the HQ. It's adorable.
Anyways,
Aren't many of us sleeping in the HQ at this point?
I moved
you
in.
guys did all sleep at my house, my apartment. So we'll go to the science room, and when everyone like sits down, I'll be like, okay, so Alex, do you want to like go through what you found, and then I can say what I saw with my special eyes?
So Alex would lay the flyer, because they definitely took the flyer, on the table, and I'd be like, I for a professor, this seems highly irresponsible to have students out 3 nights a week. They have other classes, and at a fraternity house, no less. And
Yeah, the fraternity is for partying.
I'm surprised that they're studying at a fraternity house.
my point exactly. I suspect there is very little studying happening, but they are meeting tonight.
Can you do
then
this
he had a-
can you do this like philosophy thingy while drinking? Would that enhance
Sometimes
it?
it's actually better while drinking.
I
But
think they do that in nations that we don't remember.
Continue, Alex. Sorry.
there was a picture on the desk. Seemed very odd. You remembered it, Maeve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's some guy from the Historical Society. The one that made me and Chuck, when we went to go visit, he made me and Chuck forget
What historical
a lot of
society?
stuff. Yeah, exactly.
See?
Did you take any picture?
Alex
I
will
didn't.
pull out
I
the
know.
camera and
Yeah.
Oh,
and when you
the
see the
lighting.
picture, you'll see the lab set like laid out in the whole.
Oh my goodness. The lighting in the office is awful. No one can take a selfie in there. Oh, gosh.
That'd be a
Always
great
have
place to party, though.
Always have great
Nice.
priorities.
Could be a theme night.
So, yeah, I think what Alex found was great. But we have I have some information. So, I kind of, when that guy barged in, the one that barged in through the door that we were breaking into, that you guys were supposed to be watching together, when that guy barged in, I don't want to hear excuses. You both out there. There was 2 people to watch. 2 people.
4 sets of
2.
eyes.
4 eyes.
Is this a glasses thing?
No, because we had 8 eyes in the office. You guys had 4.
Just
because I'm wearing glasses these days, now you're picking on me for wearing glasses and calling me 4 eyes.
Chuck, me and
yet
Alex
you
wear
still
glasses.
couldn't see the large human.
So why are you picking on me, who's just started to wear his glasses again?
Because you should be able to see someone coming in and maybe stop him or signal us that they're coming in so we don't get surprised. I was halfway through looking through some of his stuff.
We were supposed to stop the professor or whatever. Was the person barged through the professor? I don't think so.
Do you see? This is.
Don't waste your
Anyways.
breath. What did you ascertain from our encounter?
He is not like us. He has no connection to the mystical veil, but he has no direct connection. But it seems like he's not completely separate from it. Like people who are, Not like us, the exact opposite. Before we woke up and kind of did all this stuff, you know what I mean. We should have words for these. I don't. There must be
Okay,
words, right?
see, you must be on that candy stuff again.
No. So the
Wait,
veil.
are you saying things again?
No, the veil that
Are you hearing
covers...
things again?
No, the veil that covers things and hides things from us.
Are you
that we have
lying?
encountered before. No, I am not lying. The veil that we've encountered before, we've talked about this extensively before I even could see through it. That veil... that
Babe.
veil...
Babe, this is something you talk to your therapist about.
I do talk to my therapist
Yes,
about
but the
everything you
therapists
guys
are
put me through.
evil.
Okay, no, the evil
They're trying to make us go crazy.
How are you seeing through the veil, Maeve?
I don't know. My connection to my legend allows me to see through the veil. It was I don't know what happened. It was just the other day or today when it happened. You guys saw it, or was it yesterday? It was yesterday, maybe. I don't know. You guys saw it though. Like it hit me. Anyways, I can.
And
see
then you
through
went
the
all
veil.
weird for a while. Like you're on sugar.
Yeah.
Lots and lots and lots of sugar.
Through the veil. I can see the legends that each person has in this group of people. Okay? I already see them. I could see that he didn't have a legend directly attached to him, but he also doesn't not have one. There's like a connection, a weird kind of connection. It kind of feels like he's being, in my opinion, he might be being influenced by one. Because he sometimes, or what I've noticed from our research and like the way that we've, not research, but our investigations is that some people can be influenced by one, but not be one. You know what I mean? Not be one of us, but be influenced by one of us, which gives off the same kind of signal, but in a different, it's like less intense.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
This is great. This is
I'm
great
talking to Alex.
for
guys.
Alex paper. It's so great for Alex paper.
Alex will actually like start like taking your temperature and like checking your pulse. Keep talking. I'm just making some notes.
You guys think I'm going crazy. I'm being
There's
serious. Why does
warm air starts to come through the vent
I'm not a psychologist.
the heating system turns on. It feels warmer than usual.
I'm
Listen.
simply seeing if your mental
Loopy?
observations have physical manifestation. This
right.
is a new dimension in your ability.
Like Christine.
Did you say that the heat was hotter than usual?
Oh, I don't know. Whoever's standing, you're standing around, the science room and the as it clicks on, you hear, and the air that comes out just feels a little too hot. You step away, whoever's there, so it doesn't hurt.
Okay, listen. I'm not going crazy. I'm not on candy. The candy, I don't even have the effects of it anymore. Once she died, Chuck, once she died, it was gone. That feeling was gone. I didn't have any desire to do that.
Babe, you still hold that wand.
Yeah, I'm holding the wand all the time. I actually wasn't holding it because my hand was getting tired, but can you just pretend that I was?
Just let us know if you start smelling toast or something.
Or hearing things.
Smelling toast?
Yeah.
Or tasting pennies.
What did
I heard that like. No, there's a girl in my sorority who started smelling toast and then she like passed out. It was a whole thing. She got so popular from that, so good for her.
Is that like a diet thing? You don't eat it, you smell it?
I don't know. It's just, okay, we don't have toast in the sorority. Chuck, come on. Why are
they
we?
Have carbs?
Well, if you're snorting it, then you wouldn't have it, but that's just wrong.
Anyway, she got really popular after that. It's sad that she's gone now.
Gone?
Did she die from snorting it?
No, she got transferred to a different hospital out of the city, duh.
Out of the city?
Out of the city?
Yeah.
Weird.
Anyway, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's very weird. So
So if he's
I think
possibly being influenced, we could
Yeah,
follow him and find out
and
who might be exerting such a
this
aura.
book, right? This book that we read, The Alchemy of the Soul, right? Was it The Alchemy of the Soul?
That's
The
right.
Alchemy of the Soul.
Wow, I
Matilda
remembered that.
de
Wow,
Machina.
Vivian.
We could make a library trip.
I think we do
Okay.
have to make a library. We have to figure
Or
out.
we could not.
I love
guys-
the library. It's like the best place to go on the first date. All the making out all the way and no one disturb you. Perfect.
How about we go to the library, and you guys can do anything else.
I want to go to the library. It's been a while since I went there. It's been a while since I've gone on a date too. What have my
This is-
life become?
This isn't a date, Christine.
No, I know. I'm never going to go on a date with you. No offense.
Find Chuck attractive.
Wait, what?
Is that part of your research?
Why
'Cause
am I included
Well,
into
I'm
this?
also observing your courtship.
No,
What courtship?
it's okay. Listen. I will not go on a date with Chuck unless it's for Make-A-Wish Foundation.
You see, Alex, I see it too, but like I never said anything because it's like that. I think it's like a Wattpad fan fiction, right? Like enemies to lovers. It's just kind of, I don't know, something about my
I'm
12-year-old
just
self.
making a mere observation. But yes, the first edition section
So
of the
you
library
should
can
be on
difficult
lookout
to
next
access,
time.
But you and books, we're going to let you. Be nice to the books, please.
Yeah,
I-
we need to. So we're gonna go to the library. We're going to investigate this book.
Smells
and
kind of
think-
musky all of a sudden. Musty.
There's something
From
wrong
the
with it.
ventilation system.
Yeah, did you smell that? It's
Open the windows to get
disgusting.
some air in.
Where does the ventilation system go? Like offhand, would I know?
I mean,
Are we dealing with forced air or boilers or?
Yeah,
it's
I
a
feel
normal like forced air vent,
Oh, okay.
but you
So it's
don't know where
probably-
the smell is coming from necessarily, and it's it's a little bit reminiscent about the office you were just in.
Why do I feel like he's making something in the school boiler? Because he's into alchemy. As I say out loud, because
Are you?
Why wouldn't
Well,
it?
the book would tell us what he might be making.
But hold up, he's a philosophy professor.
yeah,
And
I think we need to read the book
alchemy-
first.
And alchemy isn't even chemistry anymore. And I know
Chris-
that because Lily told me.
Christine, you know what alchemy is?
Yeah, I hang out with Lily.
Lily's kind of.
I hung out with
she probably
Lily.
plays D&D or
Nobody
something.
doesn't know that.
Also, it's
No,
an
Nobody
entire
says that's
discipline devoted
that's
to
bullshit. It's not real. You can't turn gold into whatever the hell they say.
So Lily told me that
Don't talk about me.
chemistry
I'm
was
looking at my slides.
Lily
I know
told
I-
me that chemistry was alchemy, but then they realized that this like totally does not work. So let's make something work, and then they turned it into a whole science, and now it's chemistry, and she's super great at it.
Oh right, that is.
A
She
moment.
is your chemistry bestie.
almost
Um,
astutely accurate.
Yeah, that's pretty good that you remembered that.
Yeah,
Library
of
I'm
trip.
course
just
I
shocked she's
remember
got
because
friends.
Library trip, I say, and then maybe one or two of us tries to infiltrate the philosophy meeting. Because it's open to.
At the
I don't think all
fraternity.
4 of us should go. That might be too many
Hey!
people.
hold on a sec. Why don't we ask Lily after we're done visiting the library what all of these symbols mean? Because I think she like wrote some of that into my chemistry 101 final paper when she was doing it for me.
We could try. That would probably work. But yeah, let's go do that because I
And
feel like that's
alchemy
our only
isn't a
lead.
thing.
Oh my
It's really
god!
Right.
Yeah, Chuck. But magic
Overheated.
bubble wands are not a thing either, or people.
Yes, but
or
physics
people
is.
jumping into pictures. Yeah, people jumping into pictures isn't real either, Chuck. So please tell me what's real.
Oh, right. Yeah. Ooh,
Let's
that's
But
see.
deep.
chemistry is real.
If a log is traveling into a barn, a log, say 15 meters long, is traveling into a barn with doors on either end. The barn is 10 meters long. Is it possible to close both doors at the same time for the log?
Your questions on your physics exam?
Well, is it possible? Yes or no?
So
I
you
don't
still
do
have to take Physics 101.
Yeah, that sounds like entry level physics.
Yeah.
So
Well,
who's
you
going
asked
to
me
the
a question. I'm asking you a question. But is it possible?
Alchemy of the soul. Chuck, I bet we could find an answer to that in a calculus book at the library.
I know
yeah.
the answer.
Do you?
I'm gonna walk to the library. I'm done. I'm frustrated.
The answer is
I'm
the
gonna
answer
walk
is
out of the room.
both.
Mate, hold up.
Yes, it is possible. Yes, you can close both doors, and no, you can't close both doors. It's all about perspective.
I'm gone.
Okay,
By the way,
cute.
I walked
All
out
right.
of the room.
All right. So we cut to the library where Mavis, who's with you? Who goes into the
I'm
library?
hoping Alex comes with me. Anyone else is allowed to come on the ride, but right now
I'm coming with.
I'm done with
I
it.
am not missing a library trip. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm a happy place.
Everybody join. Are you gonna have to miss it or not miss it? You're all going,
No,
right?
I'm not missing it. Yes.
Okay.
Those are probably
You all go into the university library. It is bustling with activity. It's the mid to late afternoon. You see the students typing on the computers, looking at their Facebooks or whatever they do. They're and there are students reading, doing their homework. You happen to see Ruben Stone doing his homework furiously, randomly appearing there. What do? It's an ordinary university library. Busy. There's a lot of books. A lot of people, workers, librarians.
I want to investigate and look for this like Alchemy of the Soul book to like go down the aisles and like look for it. I don't know if you want me to roll investigate to try to find
roll
it
investigate.
or to try to read
Roll
it.
investigate.
Okay, cool.
I don't know whether you found it.
I have the library tag from our crew theme. Whoa.
Wow. I don't think that applies.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
That doesn't sound right.
I have an eye for detail, and that's it. That's all.
Okay. Do it. Sounds good to me.
Right. Cool. Investigate.
Mild success. Okay, you can spend your clues to ask me questions or do a reverse clue on a 1-for-1 basis. And however, I can also expose you to danger. I can give you clues that are fuzzy, incomplete, part true, part false, or I can ask you a question.
I would like to find the book, so I'll take whatever you throw at me.
So you go to the card catalog, because this is, I don't know, the old, you have to flip through the cards. You're like, why can't I use the computer? We don't do that around here.
I know how to. Maeve probably knows the Dewey Decimal System, so.
And it's checked out to, well, you notice that because it's a college campus, a university campus. It's not technically checked out, but there's different, you have the main library you're in, but there's other areas where there's books and they track them. So it turns out that this book is only available in the Historical Society. It appears to be available there.
Yay.
Hey, why don't we go to the Historical Society? They might have it. They would. Well,
have another clue. You have another clue that.
I'm not waiting around for hours for that.
Perhaps this is an opportunity to make the most of our colleagues' more social aspects. We could send them to the fraternity and we could go to the Historical Society.
I mean, I feel like we gotta split it. I think one of us should go to the Historical Society. I think I should go to the fraternity because I can at least physically protect them. I think it should be me and Christine at the fraternity and you two at the historical society.
That seems wise.
See,
I may have set in a class and may be concerned that he might.
Yeah, let's split you, and also because we need one person paying attention.
see,
Yeah, and I've never
but
been
like,
to the historical society, so it sounds like a good place to do some research.
Chuck has been
yeah,
there
speaking
before.
of never been to, I've never been to
Not
a frat.
encouraging.
I've never been to this frat house, which is weird because I've been to every frat house. I have at least stayed or slept with at least one guy from each frat house.
Christine, it's
don't
possible
know
that it
this
is
one.
an academic fraternity.
Oh, you're so fun. Oh, wait, that's actually exists.
Yes. Anyways, my final question. Since I can't find this freaking book, I just I want to. I'm so tempted. I saw Ruben Stone. I want to know what he is now, but I don't. It's fine. I probably shouldn't do it. I want to see if I can find anything on the internet about the book. Maybe like some like Spark Notes, like something.
Ooh, okay.
Use one of the library
Yeah, yeah.
computers.
All right.
Yeah.
Describe what you're looking up.
I'm looking up the name of the book and I'm trying to find like a summary, right? Like like what is like the general gist of it? What are my Spark Notes so that I can maybe like get the gist of what the book is actually about? So
Okay, let me.
Also, everyone has to burn the library tag in the proof game.
I think I can. I think I can help you. I think I can help you with this.
The internet.
The internet breaks. Sorry, no.
All right.
Is there
I'll just
anything
cry.
I can do to help me with that?
No, I already rolled the investigation,
Yeah.
so I was just waiting to see
Oh,
what
okay.
Polly wants to do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already. It's a. So like this is how it's described in the computer. Modern printing of the original medieval manuscript, and it's marked rare. It is. Let's see. It's described as summarizing mystic arts that are primarily in medieval Latin. This is not a book that people check out. It relates to alchemical powders and concoctions, and there's a notation about transmutation, but it also says archaic and currently subject to consideration for removal for lack of academic merit and potential misinformation.
Nothing about what it's about alchemy, and like there's no like big premise for the book. It's just okay. I was hoping I would. No, it's fine. It's fine. That's a good answer. You gave me a good answer. I'm just asking.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, it's from that small description, it's going to give you, a lot of information, specific information about alchemy. You don't know if it's going to matter. That you know that or
So
not.
it's hokum. It's all hokum.
And yeah.
It might be, but knowing the mystical world that we live in, it's possible that you could do stuff like that. So I'm going to say you go to the Historical Society. I will bring Christine to the frat party thing. And then
Let me ask you a question, though. I'm going to ask you a question. It's kind of related to what I asked you before. Is what could I do to get you to join a fraternity, an academic fraternity?
Me, Mavis Thorn.
It's co-ed. It's called a fraternity. It's.
What are the benefits of joining the fraternity?
Answers
to.
Well, let me see what I got on you first here. Let's see. Yeah. So would would it would it would it would you feel like if somehow it were became known that you had a relative that was has made her way into into not necessarily the fraternity itself, but you could find her again if you joined the fraternity?
If I could find my sister again if I joined the fraternity.
Yeah. I don't know if you're trying to find her. You want to stay
I'm
away
not
from her.
trying to. I think my sister in Maeve's eyes is dead. Her parents think she's alive. I don't think she's
Oh,
dead.
okay.
I think she's dead. But
Well, there
if
might
they
be some
if they want to
information.
offer me power, I think I mentioned this before, but like if there is a power thing, I would love power.
No, I know
Love
that one. I'm
power.
just trying to think of some other
Uh,
I just want to give you an offer you can't refuse. Well, I potentially could be trying to give you an offer you can't refuse at some
I don't know
point.
why.
But
You would need
probably it won't. I mean, I say all this stuff not knowing what's going to happen. I have to play to find out to see if it matters. I just try to give myself a little advantage. So I'm just going to say, is that a yes? Can I get a yes out of you? Otherwise, I'll expose you to danger.
I think
Bare your soul.
I think it would be no, it wouldn't be. I wouldn't care if my sister.
Okay.
If they
all right.
could help me find my sister. Fuck my sister.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. I kind of know. I know why. I'm just trying. Okay. So like. Okay. So how about this instead? You're typing on the computer, and while you're typing, the screen blanks out, and you see it like green letters, like it's like the 80s or whatever appear.
Like in the Matrix. Oh my god.
Yeah. This book is unavailable. Period. It just types out.
The whole book is gone now. Shit.
Or I should say, to you. It's like
to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is none of your business.
Okay. Yep. Cool. Got it. Did you see that, or am I going crazy?
Go back with this crazy talk again.
It was a threat.
Do we see it?
Yeah.
Oh, we see it.
Yeah. In fact, how about this? Below it appears a countdown clock. It starts ticking down 24 hours. And then the screen goes back to the regular screen.
24 hours? I don't like that.
24 hours until what?
What was that?
Whatever he's making.
Or is the book just on hold and we have to wait 24 hours? I can wait 24 hours.
That's probably it.
No,
yeah.
I think whatever he's making, he's going to do it in 24 hours.
It feels like we're on some kind of strange TV show where it only takes an hour per episode.
I think
I'd watch that.
I wouldn't. Could you imagine a character like me? Anyways.
But you are a character.
Huh?
Yeah, but you're not a one-dimensional character. Can you imagine being a one-dimensional character?
And psychosis. And maybe a drug addiction.
No, I couldn't be. I don't have a drug addiction.
Are we certain?
Yes, we are certain.
You said you're
holding the wand again.
I'm always holding it. I have not put this wand down in 3 months, guys. Leave me alone. Okay, look.
Yeah, and that's completely normal.
Here,
it's so unsanitary.
I immediately just throw it in the opposite direction, and I reach into my boot, and I pull it out. Do you want me to? Where do you want me to put it? Leave me alone about it. Let's do our plan. Let's go.
Let's do lunch.
Our separate ways. Let's
do lunch. I love that.
You'll be seen with us in public?
I love it a little less though.
Okay. We can get lunch. We have a lunch montage, and then we will go do our things. I don't want to
Okay.
roleplay at
Lunch
lunch. I'm really.
montage.
Maeve
No,
would be
no,
very
that's-
upset the whole time.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't. I mean, lunch is lunch. I'm not gonna give you a downtime for that. Come on now.
Nah, don't.
Uh, you-
no,
you-
don't.
No, we just
yeah.
want lunch.
It's just a lunch montage. Like there is just a
Okay.
quick cinematic montage of us eating lunch.
All
There's
right.
no
Fair
improvements in game.
Now, well, hold on a second. What place you go for lunch?
Pizza.
So did the mustiness in the room have like a particular smell or something? We didn't remind. Was it
Like
reminiscent
the room
of
that we were
anything?
in.
Yeah, it's like the
in
office.
Cabin Babe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it smells like a little bit sort of like dusty, chemically, sort of.
Okay, so it would make us like want like kebabs or pizza or
No,
No.
not
nothing
specifically.
spicy.
So you go over to Shinobi Sushi, and you enjoy a nice sushi lunch. And hey, while you're enjoying your lunch there, you happen to notice that there's a flight attendant there with her bag, enjoying her sushi as well, and she leaves, presumably to go fly to far off places while you're eating,
So weird.
and you finish your
I
lunch.
could do a trip
enjoyably.
somewhere.
Did you know that salmon was not popular in the sushi that was made in the native place where they made sushi? That for some reason I can't remember what its name is. I think it's Sushi Land.
I think those places.
But
I think
that-
we know places' names. I think we just don't think about visiting them.
Yeah.
I think that's the gag. It's like we know that it's called China, but we've never been. Or if we have,
We just have no desire to leave.
I have no
Yeah, you
desire
just
to
don't
leave.
think about it. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, you assume there's another world out there. It's just there's no reason to spend any time thinking about it. It would be weird if the only thing that ever existed was the city. Of course, that seems insane. But you're
I hate
focused
the
on
way
what
that you said that. I really don't like the way that you said that. I don't like that. We're gonna pretend like Maeve cannot hear the fourth wall voice and continue. Okay, lunch done. Let's go our separate ways and do the things that we want to do. So you guys go to the Historical Society, and then we'll go to the
Okay, who-
fraternity together.
Who should we resolve first? Who would like to go first? So I haven't got a roll out of Chuck yet today, right? So why don't we do? All right,
Yeah,
so let's
Historical
go.
Society.
Yeah, Historical Society. So
yeah,
you
that's
make your
going to be
way.
a ton of rolling.
Well, no, I mean I'm just trying to equal time. You tell me what you want. This is
I
your.
will also
this is
point
your-
out I've had lawnmowers behind me, so I've been on mute and I've been back like quiet for a while, deliberately.
Players, kind players. Tell me what you would like to do.
Alex, shall we?
Yeah, I'm happy
investigate
to
that
go. I'm a
smell?
little concerned that the historical society is going to be like us, like in a waiting room with like.
Yeah.
Shall
Okay. So
we-
let's. Okay.
Shall we investigate that
well-
smell in the ducts?
It was very earthy and old. Does
Smells
the
like
room always
jockstrap.
smell like that?
Not usually, no.
Perhaps
Okay, so you
the
make your way over
heat
to
hasn't been run.
historical society, and it looks much as it did before. It is, the grass around it and the hedges around it are trimmed better than most other areas. It's quite well manicured. The wooden door opens. It's not locked. There's a long hallway, and a strangely long hallway that you remember from the last time. Do you just go in?
This is going to take a while.
I don't think it's
You've
gonna
been
take-
here before. I've never been here.
I've never been here. Got a feeling this is going to take a while.
Oh right. Oh
Ma-
yeah. You
Mavis said that.
No, Maeve told you. He probably
Maeve
forgot.
said
but
that-
he has been there before.
Yes, but
Right,
Maeve
it's
keep
going
on,
to take a
Maeve keep on saying that she's not crazy. But You're the one that looks at people.
Well, to be fair, given all of our behavior, from an outside perspective, our sanity could be subject.
What? You
Let's
say that
find the book.
in a way which people can understand.
All of us probably look crazy to people outside, Chuck. All of us.
I'm not crazy.
I know.
Goldie was crazy.
Goldie the troll? Do you remember the troll?
Yeah. Put that away.
We should find the book.
One of these days, we're going to find your notes somewhere.
I am happy to share my logs with you after the publication of the paper.
No,
All
I mean,
names will be
one of these
removed.
days, someone's going to be upset that you're taking notes about them, and all we're going to do is find those notes.
Is that a threat, Chuck?
No, I'm just saying, not everyone likes being, like, recorded.
Chuck, does my analysis of your situation threaten you?
Are you psychoanalyzing me?
Actually, anthropology is my field.
But I'm not dead. I'm not buried. So you can't dig me up.
Archaeology. Let's
That's
just
exactly
find
what I
the book.
said.
Chuck, let's find the book. Do we see anyone as we go down the hall to,
Okay, so
or
yeah,
a
okay.
bookshelf?
It's a
So you
very
open the
long
door,
hallway.
It's
It's a very long
hallway.
hallway, and it's long enough, such that like you can't really hold both doors open. The heavy wooden door closes, and you make your way down a hallway. There is and the floor is covered up by plastic, but you can still walk. It's taped down pretty well, and there's drop like painter's curtains on the wall, and you can see that there's some sort of
Are they
repainting going on.
renovating?
There's nobody in there right now. There's some ladders. You walk through, and then you come to the door on the other side, and
Remind me to take a ladder when we come out. They come in useful.
I thought you could fly.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes, I think. I don't know.
anyway, a door
I could make
stands
some
before
notes.
you. It looks much the same as it did before, if you remember that, but you don't. And you test it to see if it's unlocked, and it is unlocked. You can hear machine tools somewhere in the distance, though. Like zzz, like there's some
It
work
seems
going on.
strange that they're doing a renovation with no work people around.
They're invisible.
Chuck, I know you mean that as a joke, but it is entirely possible.
Or they could just be on Smoko.
On what?
Smoko. Break. I had an Australian in the team for a while. It's a bit weird.
So a door stands before you, and you can open it, or you can turn around and leave.
Oh, we're opening
That
it.
totally sounds ominous.
It's not.
It is, but just why
Not
we have to
mental.
open the door.
You open the door, and stands before you is a very classy, ornate, well decorated room with a fireplace, no windows to the outside, comfortable looking overstuffed couches, and a carpeting that is plush, such that if you step on it, it changes color, and that kind of annoys you a little bit. But you see there's a help desk right there. It's almost a help/welcome desk, and there is an older looking gentleman sitting in a 3-piece suit. You can see his pocket watch. He looks at the pocket watch, or he's looking at the pocket watch when you come in, and it's tick tick tick. He puts it in his pocket. Oh, welcome. What can I do for you? My name's Graham, bruv.
Hi, Graham. We're from the university university paper, and we're doing a story about some of the places of the town. And I was wondering if you could help us go through some of the records, and yeah.
Records, yeah. Well, I have some bad news for you. I am so sorry. We are usually quite accommodating to the students that come in here, like you said. You seem like quite a studious young fellow, and a person like me can appreciate that. But we are closed. If you come back next week, why, we would be happy to help you out.
Oh, but the paper's like due really soon, and like we won't have time to come back next week. Otherwise, we wouldn't want to misrepresent the.
You
We
know
wouldn't want
what?
to misrepresent the
I'll tell
Historical
you what.
Society of not helping out the university.
I'll tell you what. I am quite, you have made a case. I'm quite nervous of what you could do to our reputation, of course. So I will do what I can. Why don't you have a seat? And since you have intimidated me, I will be able to have one of our research professors get to you in just a moment, young sir. My gosh, I'm so sorry that we doubted your powers.
Of
Okay.
observation?
Any
That's correct.
timeline?
Oh, yeah. Well, right away. All right, you sit down. Are you gonna do anything else? You just sit down on the couch and just wait for a second, or wait for.
Does he leave the room, or does he just wait? Does he do nothing, or?
Well, if you don't do anything, he walks into the. So like if. Sorry,
I try to take a photo if he
The
when he
room
leaves
has
the
a
room.
door that goes through. Okay, all right. So like, he opens the door, and it looks the same as before. It's like wooden, like kind of like a heavy-looking office door, and he opens it up, and he leaves, and you try to take a picture.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't you hold that thought? Hold that thought. Let us cut to the other members of our crew who have made their way to the, what is it, Mu Omicron fraternity.
The
Academic
COVID fraternity.
The COVID
Before we
fraternity.
enter, I'd like to turn to May and go, hey, we're good?
About what?
I know we had that little thing that happened like this morning, so.
Oh, I already forgot about that. Don't worry about it.
Oh, good. Me too. Yeah, because like, I just want you to know that I like not to get emotional or whatever, but I get your back.
Yeah, I got your back, Christine. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. Because I'm kind of intimidated, and that is so weird because I have never been intimidated by a frat house before.
Well, if this guy is it feels like all of the people that we've been facing have been ramping up in power. Like, from my perspective, it was like Crystal Knight, and she was like terrifying, and then Rachel was also terrifying. So like, it'll be fine. We'll probably be fine.
No, I was talking about the academic stuff. I didn't even think about the fact that I had to worry about that too.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. Don't worry.
When people say it, it's usually mean that I should worry, but somebody's gonna worry about it for me.
I will protect you. Don't worry. That's why I came along, so it wasn't just you and Chuck.
As you approach the fraternity, you notice that all the lights in the house are off. It's dark, but for many of the rooms have a dull orange glow emanating from them. You make your way to the front door, and there you go. Once again, as many times in this adventure, you stand before a closed door and ask yourself, should I go further? Should I keep making the same mistakes that I've made before? Like, just,
mistakes.
I'm just kidding.
You know what?
I'm gonna-
The only mistake I made in a frat house before was to date you guys at the same time, and I'm not going to do that again here.
Oh yeah, I was gonna knock too. Maybe we both go for the knock at the same time, and we're like, oh, oops.
Okay, so you knock on the door. You don't hear anything out of the ordinary. You hear footsteps approaching the door, and oh, well, it is all you again. You recognize a tall, broad-shoulders, jock-looking person, young. Well, he is he was the guy, of course, that you saw in Professor Clay's office a little bit earlier. Well, seems you are more interested in our club than you let on, aren't you?
No, I didn't give you any hints onto anything. I just said I was
Yeah.
interested in talking to the professor.
I'm
Oh,
I'm
come.
like really interested.
Christine! She hears Broad's shoulders and she immediately goes into pounce mode.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, I'll tell you what, you know, all of the deception that you engaged in, don't worry about it. It's, you know, I don't know if that's I don't know what you were doing in there,
Well,
but we have nothing to hide. In fact, we like that people are interested in the professor's work. So why don't you come in? And I'll tell you what, if you're so inclined, we could introduce you to the group where we're having a session right now if you want to come in.
why we're here.
That is so great. How many sessions do you like to do per week?
3, Christine. Oh, that's. Oh, I just like immediately like.
He says, well, I don't know, perhaps as many as I could interest you into having. And now he completely forgets Mavis is there. And it says, why don't you let me show you what we have
Okay.
going on here. So you walk.
I love getting a show. Let's go.
So you walk through the main entrance
here
through
too.
the large room. There are candles lit throughout the house. It's an ordinary sort of fraternity house, old, more upkept than the average like fraternity. It's it's clearly for like students that are focused on well, it's just upscale a little bit. It's not a beat up looking place. It seems like a fine place for a professor to gather students that are interested in things that are not necessarily curriculum based. It's nothing inappropriate about any of this. You make your way through the hallway toward the back of the fraternity house, and he talks to both of you really, but mostly Christine. So what makes you interested in the professor's work?
I don't know. Maybe it's about his students, if you know what I mean. It takes a very interesting work to attract interesting people. How about you?
Like
What
a
are
look of
you
disappointment
interested in?
comes over his face. He's and he goes back to Mavis. Well, why are you interested? I mean, like why are you interested here? Is this is not a social club? You understand? We're doing. You know what?
Oh, you're talking to me.
I'm not so
You're looking
sure
at
you're
me.
in the right place. What's
You're
that?
looking at me. You're talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you forgot that I existed. I'm here because I am interested in the work that the professor is doing, and I also, as a poetry major, love getting into philosophy. So, thought it'd be
Okay.
really
All right. Well.
interesting to try it out.
Oh well. There's a lot to learn. I can't say that your friend seems very interested in what we have to, so let me look. I'm just going to give you the best advice I can. Is the professor is picky with who he wants to make into a long-term member of the club. So if you're here for social, for like meeting people, he looks back at Christine. This is probably not going to be the place for it, but I mean, I'd be happy to be your social network. Am I right? I don't know what to do. You know, we could have our own. We could have our own club.
Why don't
later
we just
on.
let him decide then for her? And I'm sure he'll pick me. I mean, look at me. I'm obviously bubbling with ideas about how the world works.
All right. So he takes you through the the house. You actually walk through the kitchen, and there's some students in there working under candlelight, preparing you don't know what. You go out the back door into a yard, and there's tiki torches around, and there's a fireplace, and there's a bunch of chairs set up in a large semicircle. Students talking, looking at the professor with rapt attention as he's speaking. He hears the back door open. He stops talking, and the student who let you in, he says, "Oh, by the way, my name is."
Christine,
I don't know why he made that pause. My name is. Hold on a second. He has a name.
White supremacist tiki cult.
Yeah. They are. They're not white supremacist tiki torches, or I should say, they're just torches. Good backyard torches.
Once again, if you're watching on YouTube, watch us live. You're missing a lot of stuff on chat.
Okay, hold on a second.
If you're under
My name
18,
is-
don't watch it on Twitch today, though. Just today.
Did he forget his real name and only remembers his cult name?
His name is
What?
Chud Chunderson. Chud Chunderson.
My name is. It's okay. So my last name, for some reason, I remember it as Hill, but my first name, I don't know, it escapes my mind.
Bob.
Peter Hill.
Peter
My name's
Hill.
Peter. No, it doesn't matter. But of course not. But my name's Peter Hill. So why don't you come up and see me sometime? He goes over and like talks. You can see him whisper into the professor's ear, and Professor Clay looks back over at you two, and he doesn't look upset. He kind of has a welcoming air about him, sort of pleasant. Now he's mindful 3. But he looks happy to see you. Oh, welcome. We have welcome. We've got a couple of new students joining the group. Please, could you come over, both of you?
Sure, yeah, I'll go.
So you make your way over to him. Well, what are your names? How did you find us?
Hi, I'm Christine, and I am totally into physiology right now.
Into what?
Physiology. Like, the subject that you teach.
My name's Maeve.
Okay.
I'm very interested in learning at least what you think on the aspects of how the actual universe works and why we're given life and those kinds of questions. That's kind of what I've always been interested in, when you write poetry.
Well, you could see you hit the mark with that one. Well, there's only one seat available. You saw there was 2 chairs. Now there's only one. Well, you want to look at somebody, why don't you join us? Your friend is, of course, welcome to hang out as well, but this is probably not going to be for you. The fraternity has, of course, social functions for folks that are, not necessarily interested in this subject, but your area of interest seems elsewhere.
No, I'm interested.
Christine, if you go into the party, there's probably a bunch of people to talk to and network with, and you can definitely, speak to a lot.
Peter comes up and like says, "Hey, let me show you my CD collection."
Oh,
CD?
Yeah, I have.
I would love to travel back in time, back when CD was a thing with you, but not right now.
I like my favorite band is Dave Matthews Band.
Cool. Super.
Satellite. It's
Love
great.
that.
It's a great
I'll stop
song.
you right there. Love
Yeah.
that for you. But I'm here for the professor.
I'm sorry. I don't think I was clear.
Yes, you should be, because you deciding what I'm interested in is actually a function of society trying to control a young, hot woman. And that is not very philosophizing of you.
What would you like to accomplish by saying that?
I like to convince him.
You can roll. You can roll convince. He's going to be mindful 3, and while you are talking to him, you notice a number of the students that are sitting there listening are stand up from their seats.
Can I just distance myself from Christine just a little bit? Just kind of take a step to the side, like.
You certainly can. You do
I
that
got her
while
back,
this is
but girl,
going
you're
on.
going off right now. I can't. I'm
So-
taking away from the meltdown.
I'm using my glamour seeker, my impeccably stylish, and my self-centered nature to convince that this is actually sexism. I think.
Okay, so he's not
I'm not
gonna.
sure.
Okay, hold on a second. Before you don't roll. So
Mhm.
none of those tags are gonna do any good for. So you can add those, I guess, but self-centered nature. That's you're trying to convince him to do what now?
To let me in, because this is very sexist that a young, conventionally attractive woman like myself is being excluded from things.
Okay, it's
I'm
going to be go
Christine
toe to toe. It's going to be go toe to toe because he's not inclined to respond favorably to this.
Mhm.
And he's mindful
So-
3, so you can add your 3 tags, but then you have to remove 3 for mindful. So it's basically a flat roll.
So glamour seeker, impeccably stylish, self-centered nature, and we're gonna go toe to toe. Oh wait, I have to remove 3. So
Yeah, so it looks like you had that was a mild success. And you're gonna have one you can spend 1 tier to give him 1 temporary status if you want to, or you can reduce mindful by 1.
I would like to reduce mindful by 1, because I think because of his mindful nature, he's now mindful of oh yeah, I am excluding a woman of color, which is the social ramification of this for philosophy professor. Sir, you are about to be cancelled.
Oh yeah, okay. He starts to where he did watch Tucker Carlson last night, and so he knows that this could be a potentially problematic situation. So
I am going to legally blonde him.
All right, he's like, whoa, wait a second, hey. So he steps back and he says, "People of color, will you please assist your this person here out of the building." He looks real nervous, but he's not now going to be mindful 3. He's going to be what?
Mindful 2.
We'll say
Mindful 2.
or focus.
And I go, people of color? Oh, so you're lumping me with other people? Oh, so a black person is just the same as me. Oh, I am so twinning this. Oh my goodness. OMG, you guys. I'm gonna talk to the dean about this actually. The student. In fact, I might actually talk to my lawyer too. I am being discriminated against. Oh.
Okay, so So you successfully made him a little bit less on his game. That role play was good. It literally put me off on edge. So
I'm
I'm
on
going
edge
to
too.
say, he is. So the other students are coming to his defense though, and because it's go toe to toe, he can now respond to you, or he can say, he's going to say to you, look, we can always. I understand, of course, that is important to recognize people's challenges and to be fair. And I humbly apologize if I have offended you in any way. It's as a professor, well, it is important for me that all voices are heard, including yours. I would suggest, however, that in your own search for truth, he's poised surprisingly for this, for what you're saying, your own search for truth and liberation from the day-to-day drudgery. You might perhaps think through what it is you really are looking for and follow the things that you're interested in as opposed to where your friend is going. And he's got you thinking for some reason. And you're going to take contemplative too, but you can roll to face danger if you like. I think you don't have to describe how, because your role play was good enough. You're just trying to like force yourself to not be contemplative. You're trying to just keep making a case. So you can roll face danger based on that. You don't have to tell me anything else unless you want to add a tag.
I'm gonna go along with that. I'll just be like, OMG, you are totally right. I am going to go and choosing to talk to the people at the party here as my way of learning it, because I don't have to learn from you, I can learn from your students. And I'm choosing to do that. You are so right. Because I can make my own choice as a young woman of color. Young and hot woman of color.
He looks satisfied. And so your new friend, what's his name again? What is his name? Peter Hill says, have you ever heard of this band called Pearl Jam? It's really good,
Okay, I'm choosing to let you know this right now. Full stop. That's not hard. We can talk about something, and then I go off with him.
All right. Okay. All right. So let's cut over back again to the.
Break.
We should take a break.
Oh, break. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, break time.
It's been pretty full, and we do probably need a break at some point.
Okay.
I had to find combat music for the first time for a while.
Yeah.
And I do want to say, Gabby, you did very well with the wordplay. I love it.
Yeah, that was
Thank
good.
you.
And Polly, in case you didn't get it, or in case you're not really in chat, that's the exact same story we were in last time.
What now? What?
Into the Historical Society?
That's the exact same story.
Chuck literally said exactly what Penny said when we tried to get into the Historical Society the first time.
Oh, really?
Yes, the exact same story.
And you also tried to take a photo last time.
Yeah, it sounded familiar. But I thought that was the story that you gave.
It
gave
was.
the
We do that story
classwork.
a lot. We do
okay.
That's Penny's go-to story is I am from the school paper and I want to write a thing about this, and it's like,
cool. I remember that. Okay.
Yeah. He also tried to take a photo, so we'll see if it works this time, or if he accidentally records,
or if he accidentally forgets again,
and then forgets. Yes. So we'll be back shortly. Stick around. Enjoy the sounds of Syrinscape, and we'll be back shortly. So about 10 minutes, and we'll continue with part 2. See you soon.
See you in 10 minutes.
And we're back.
Have we returned? All right. Nice. So I was Mavis, I believe you're muted if you were saying something. We are moving oh no, never mind. Sorry. I thought you were saying something.
I was yawning.
So we will rejoin our crew. They have split up. One half of the crew has made their way over to the Historical Society, a very strange place where they have reconnected with the previously also likewise mysterious Graham. I don't even know if you knew his name, but just for reference, Graham. The other half of the crew has gone to the Mu Omicron fraternity professional or academic fraternity house, where there is a club meeting going on, philosophy club. I don't know why you think it's alchemical. It's philosophy club. And there is activity in the house outside of there. Christine has already managed to raise the eyebrows of the primary academic, as well as the students there that are listening to him. The professor, the also likewise inscrutable Professor Clay, who has been thrown off his guard from cancel culture ever so slightly. Christine has then made apparently is going to befriend Peter Hill, one just random person who happens to be in there that, for I don't know whatever reason, is super into making 90s references. And finally, Mavis has been accepted, it seems, at least temporarily, into the I'm sure this is the most inner of the sanctums you can get for this particular club. And she has penetrated the defenses and is now able to find out all the secrets, I assume. However, we're going to cut that. We're going to cut from that scene back to the very exciting and riveting sitting on the couch that is going on inside the Historical Society as they wait for Graham to return. The clock on the wall keeps ticking. You can hear it. It's when there's nobody in there, when nobody moves. Sorry, were you going to say something?
Don't do that to me. I was taking a photo.
Oh, we were doing something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Sorry about that. I
know this place is weird.
Now
and
it's
you're
time
trying
to
to stop us.
Okay. So here is what I'm going to do for you. You take a picture. You don't know if it works or not. You don't know what it sees. Now, I would like to. So there is a way you can resolve this in a way that makes it even more exciting. Is you don't resolve the role until you actually need it, or until you use it. Are you going to try to use the picture for something? Or are you going to just look at the picture now? Right.
I'll try to look at the picture now to see what's there.
Okay. All right. So roll investigate. I don't think there's any. He's not looking at you any. Well, do you want him to not know you're taking the picture?
Yes. So it's a sneak around.
All right. So sneak around. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to use my +1 chat dice, and that's all I've got because I don't have anything at all.
Okay.
Except for maybe no, that's about it. I don't even think my weaknesses come into play really here.
No. Okay. All right. I'll leave that up to you.
So sneak around. Oh crap!
I mean, good. Nice job.
Oh, nice job.
I had such a great hard move ready for that one. Okay, so he doesn't notice.
What's in the other room? What do I see?
You snap the picture, and you're able to take it without noticing. Now, if you want to get it, you have to roll investigate if you would like to get any information off the picture. You're able to do it without notice, though.
Hey, Alex, can you see anything in this?
A picture.
I zoom in and like.
Yeah, can I look at it and see if I can roll an investigate on the picture?
Yeah.
See if I see anything.
Sure.
All right. So I'll pull my keen observer, research master.
Okay.
We have been rolling.
Spend your clues on a 1-for-1 basis, and Just because I allow that once doesn't mean I'll allow it again.
So theatrically it worked, made sense.
All right. You know, it did enough. So you want to do a reverse clue? Or you want to I guess I'll leave this up to you.
Yeah. Oh, this is dangerous territory. So yeah, I look through the picture and who else can I see besides Graham in the room beyond?
You don't see any other people. There you see the picture. Yeah, there's nobody you see back there. It looks kind of like the hallway that you came into. It seems like there's work being done, but you don't see a person there. You know, you see like the drop cloths. You see, there's like plastic on the floor. And I'll even though this, you even hear off in the distance, you hear the sound of tools and saws and things, but you don't see any people there. And it's not, it's just one picture. So it's, you don't know much more than, or you can't discern at least what's going on more specifically than that, unless you have another question.
So we're in like the welcome kind of area, and he's going back in there. What type of room is the room beyond? Is it an office or a library or a meeting space, or does it look like it has books that we might be looking for?
The thing that it reminds you of the most is like an office building before anybody has moved in. Like there's nothing there except like ladders and paint and plastic on the floor. There's lights on, but it just looks like an empty, a not built out office in an office building.
Like not built out or in the process of renovation?
It doesn't look like it's more like it's not built out. It's more like there's, it's as if there was nothing ever there, and they're trying to build something there for the first time.
Chuck, it's just a picture of a construction site.
And where'd it go?
What do you mean, where'd it go?
Where'd he go?
Well, I mean, you've been here before.
No, I haven't. This is the first time I've been here.
Oh, right, you don't remember.
What do you mean I don't remember? Of course I do remember.
Chuck, we have firmly established that your memory is not the best.
When?
You forgot your parents for several years.
It wasn't several years, and as far as I know, but that was something else. That was Goldie stopping me from remembering.
So is it possible that if you were here when Goldie was more a part of you, that you might not remember everything now that Goldie's gone?
But I remember things now. Well, now that Goldie's gone, I remember things. But I've never been
While
here
you're
before.
talking amongst yourself, you sit down by the couch, and it's not 30 seconds or so. You're looking at the picture. It's a couple of minutes, maybe. You expect, like last time, you'll be waiting there for a long time, although you don't remember it, I guess. But you fear that he might be gone for a while, but he emerges through the door, and he has a book in his hand. And it's wrapped in plastic. And he says, "Oh, well, I believe I found this for you." Now, I don't remember if you mentioned what exactly you were looking for, right? And yet he hands you a book called he hands you a book called The Alchemy of the Soul. I believe this is what you're looking for. The Alchemy of the Soul by Mathilda D'Aquino. I believe this will meet your needs. Now it is an older copy, but you can see it has yet to be opened. It's a brand new book, so you're the first person to check this out.
Are we able to check it out?
It's already been taken care of. It is checked out to you, Alex.
And I am
Thorn.
I'll just kind of look at Chuck.
Cool. Okay.
Not cool.
Make sure to return it by the due date.
When is that?
Okay. Tell me when you want the due date to be.
Standard library issue, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. There's fines associated with the late return, of course.
Oh, how much are the fines?
I don't have the information on me. It's steep. You could always come back and renew it if you would like, but you have to do that in person. It's library policy.
Absolutely.
Cool.
I
Thank you.
myself am an academic and respecter of books, and it will be in good hands.
All
I
right.
promise.
I mean, I always forget my voice. Well, I'm glad we could help you in your academic investigations. It's nice to see students here taking an interest in the more occult.
What's with all the plastic and like work and ladders and stuff?
Well, I believe your work here is complete, is it not? Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, I think you're right. Thank you.
Ta-ta.
Alex is finally like
take the book.
seeing it.
Alex is not okay. Takes the book and like follows Chuck out like very closely. Chuck, this place is not right.
Maybe Alex will find him.
Chuck reaches inside his jacket and pulls out nothing, and then pulls out something else. Sorry, can you say that again?
Ha. Ha.
Ha.
Ha.
Ha. Ha.
Chuck, did you give him our names?
Didn't you give him the names? Oh, well, it must have been me then.
Remember how we were talking about your memory?
He
Chuck, this
he
place is
flips
not
back.
right.
Yes, right here.
I'm appreciating your new level of humor. I think we should be very careful with this book. Maybe we should take it back to HQ before we peruse it.
Oh. He reaches over and hugs Alex like, "You got the name right." I'm gonna tell Maeve that you said it's HQ.
I'm changing the locks.
Too late.
So you make your way down the hall. You step on the plastic as you're going. It makes a crinkly noise. You just walk through the hall. You open the door, and it closes behind you. There's a light above the entryway, and the bulb happens to burn out as you're walking by. You notice when you emerge, there's a couple of nondescript vehicles out in front that you didn't notice before, or that you didn't see before when you went in. There's nobody there. Just sort of two of the same exact kind of a white looking sedan type vehicle. It's weird that there's two of the same cars parked right next to each other that weren't there before, but you know, that's all. You don't see anybody around. But we will cut back to the fraternity
where Christine has got a donation, has got a redemption from Echo Black Moon. Thank you so much, Christine. You have a +1 for an extra chat dice.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Nice.
And to all of my friend and subscriber, I say, you love me, and I do too. I do love me too.
There you go. Well said. So your new friend Peter Hill is as interested to have further conversations with you, but he would like to lead you to a place where there is, some music in the background. There's a lot of students. There's a keg, of course, and he grabs a plastic cup and fills it up, offers you something. But we'll see what happens with that in a second, because still the philosophy club meeting continues in the backyard of this rather large fraternity house, stately large fraternity house, by the light of tiki torches and candles. The professor, I assume you just sit down and start listening, or did you say anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll sit down and just listen. I kind of, Maeve knows this is a cult. Maeve is like, this is a cult, and she's trying her best to not fall victim to it, because I don't
know why you would think it's a cult. I mean, this is a philosophy club that likes to be edgy. It is an edgy philosophy club. It's sort of like, the Skull and Bones Society.
This is the perfect timing, because I just lost all of my tags that prevent me from being mentally altered, like all of my mental breathing and my stuck on my own path kind of stuff. So we'll see how this goes, guys.
Well, the professor starts speaking. As we were saying, welcome our new friend. Did you say what your name was?
Yeah, I think I said.
This is Mavis, our new friend. Very interested in the stuff we are. He goes on. I'll just describe what he says immediately after it. It becomes clear that he's talking about. It's not. Well, he says, the study of philosophy is essentially the study of everything. It's a study of all we know. It's the joy of knowing, if you will. And one of the things that we know is that there's more to life than science. And you may have seen books written way back when in the history where people describe transformative methods brought forth by, we laugh at it now because, of course, there's no such thing as alchemy. You cannot change lead to gold, or can you? Maybe you can. But such a goal would be too small. It would not be fitting of the ability, of the power. You see, the transformation that we seek, and the transformation that would be the greatest achievement, would be a transformation of the soul, to transcend the basic essence that's around us and become greater above it. Would that not be Mavis, our new friend? And you can see everybody else sort of looking, yeah, I've heard this before, but I like it every time. Wouldn't that be the true, the best achievement we could? What if we could transform the soul through something that you might call alchemy, but it is really life, is it not? You can see people are just, wow, what an amazing speaker. I hope all this stuff he's saying is true.
This guy's a fucking nut. I am gonna
You better
say,
not show that. You better pretend like you don't think he's a nut.
Vivian thinks she's a nut. I think Maeve thinks that he's onto something.
Okay.
Yeah, and also the whole time, Echo said it in the chat, but the whole time he was saying transformative, I was like, I understand that. I'm trans. That's what I'm doing. If only I could transform. Yeah, so.
It is the male to female alchemy that we
Oh my
strive
god, this is
for. Or otherwise.
this is what happens when we let gay people get married. Suddenly, everyone wants to be different
Yeah.
genders.
No, we are talking about a transformation above petty physical things. While that is important, and trans women are women. We're talking about a transformation of the soul.
I mean, it sounds, very interesting. I don't know how one could transform a soul, right? I mean, are we talking like therapy? Because I know if we're talking, and it depends on your definition of soul. Soul could be, the biblical sense of a soul that's in your body, but it could also be the soul is in the essence of who you are. It really depends on what you mean by soul.
So
he's gonna hate all the questions that I'm asking.
These questions that you ask, that is why you cannot find what you seek. The first step on the path to transformation is to awaken what you cannot see. Your soul is there, but the questions you ask will not address your own darkness, your own nothingness. In order to do that, you must transform what is there to fill the nothingness and gain the power of true strength and to become the greatest self, to become your greatest self. Do you understand what I'm saying, our new friend Mavis?
I think I get the gist of what you're saying. I mean, if we're talking about the same thing, then yes, I completely understand what you're saying.
He looks over. Do you think she understands? And they're like, No. I don't think she does either. But remember, you were once where she is. So simmer down. Calm down. Let me ask you, our new friend Mavis. What are you willing to do? If I were to say, and I'm not saying I can do this, right? Because I would never promise that. But what if I could? If I could promise you ultimate power over yourself and others, what would you do to get the ultimate power?
I mean, I'm human, of course. Some part of me wants that. I would love ultimate power. But I would probably do just about anything.
Would you be willing to embrace the legendary?
My eyes just immediately oh yeah, he's talking about that. Yes.
What if I told you that the legendary within you is trapped? It is captured. It is imprisoned in yourself. And in order to transform, you must release the legendary in its most basic form and free it. And by freeing that is you, and then you are freeing yourself.
Huh. That was my theory on that. Interesting.
But there's a path you must walk to be free. To reach the highest you are gifted, and I think you know that. We saw that the second that you came in. But in order to achieve your destiny, you want to achieve your destiny, don't you? We all do, right? Yeah. You have a story that needs to be told, do you not?
I do, yeah. It is there somewhere.
To find it. What would you say if I told you there has been a discovery by a great person that will allow you to achieve that in faster than ever before?
What was the question? Like Vivian asking, not.
She pays no attention. Why?
No, Vivian zoned out for a second because I was like reading chat and my brain just went like, I thought I heard what you said, and audio processing issues, I did not hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, look, we've developed something that exists only here, and of course, it is too powerful to let out until we understand it fully, but it is too important not to ignore or to bury. So we, within our club, have delved into the ancient arts of alchemy to transform not filthy or pathetic metals to other metals for wealth. No, that is not our game. We transform the soul to become a god.
That sounds very fascinating. Very intrigued by that.
All right, so let's cut to the they all stand up cheering, woo! And we'll cut over to the party. You can hear do 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 do. Like, why are they playing the cantina music? But you know, whatever, they're playing the Star Wars cantina music.
I can do that.
Yeah. Well, Christine, you know, my name is Hill. My name is
Peter Hill.
Thank you.
Did
My
you
name's
forget his
Peter.
name again?
Peter, yeah. Peter
But
Hill.
yes,
Damn, he really wants to die.
yes,
on this
Peter
hill.
Hill. Again, you do not have to say your full name. I remember it.
Okay. So, are you having a good time?
No, not really. This music sucks. Those are not booze, and everyone here is dressing in casual clothes, and that's being generous. So, I don't know about you, but I could be somewhere else right now. I could literally be anywhere else right now instead of this. So let's not waste time. The professor said that I can learn from you. So you are going to tell me what to learn.
Okay. Hey, you know, I'm happy to tutor you. You know what I mean? Like, I have some CDs that'll help the tutoring process up in my room. You want to check them out?
If we go to your room, which would be never, and see the CD, some of them is going to be
I have a great
some of them
CD
going to be
collection.
snapped in half, and it will be your fault. So,
All right.
So what role do I make? Is this convince or is this investigate?
What are you trying to achieve? You're trying to get answers to something. So, like, roll investigate.
trying to-
I think you're trying to go for.
Yes, I'm trying to get his note.
Okay.
That
Note?
like, I assume he'd take notes or things like that from his session with the professor. So I'm going to
Roll
roll
investigate.
investigate. And because I've been really mean to him, I will like put on like a smile. I'm sorry. It's just this whole making your own choice thing is so new. So could anyone help me? And I will use that as my beguiling smile from my power
Okay.
and intoxicating scent to help me with this investigation.
Okay.
I'm going to employ my self-centered nature. He will tell me because, hello, who is he gonna preach to? I don't think anyone here deserve to get services like I do. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
And I'm charming him so impeccably stylish and
Question.
versatile.
what weaknesses can we invoke?
Okay. Okay. So tell me how many tags are you invoking here?
5.
Okay.
I
Well, he's not
think
going to have this much. He's not going to have that much information. I mean, you're going to.
I might have lost it in a nasty meltdown just now. A little bit. Get a little ticked off with what the professor said, so I'm going to invoke that weakness tag.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. And does all that sounds good, Polly?
Sure.
Okay. Investigate.
Okay, so you have 4 questions you can ask me from somebody who probably doesn't have that much information, but you know what? Go for it.
What do he know of? What is his role in the project that he's doing with the club?
Good question. So he tells you recently he's got involved. So he used to be on the basketball team, but he was on scholarship, but he was so enthralled by this professor, he just stopped. He just straight up stopped going to practice, and he's at risk of losing his scholarship. But he doesn't care because he's going to rise above all this stuff. Once he's able to learn more about this transformation process.
Okay. Second questions. He has note about this process taken when he attend this. He will give those notes to me.
No.
No? Okay.
No, you gotta just ask a question.
Okay, so he will show me those notes. Like, this is reverse cluing.
Okay, all right. So he shows you like I mean here's what I'll give you. I'm trying to figure out exactly. So what you're learning from those notes is that there's no real evidence that he's like a rift. He's trying to, what the notes indicate to you, however, is that part of the transformational process is to take rifts and or is to give people who are not otherwise rifts rift powers. The difference between what this and some other specific instances that you might have talked about is that these are specific. Well, I won't say anymore. You can give people specific rift powers through this transformative process, but it's not. It's unlike ones you've seen before. Like, it's not an ordinary like relic type process that you'd be more aware of. It's something they have. It's something you've never seen before.
I have 2 more questions.
Okay.
Who in the club, that's not the professor, that will have more extensive note, who's more in the inner circle?
It's going to be anybody out in the back right there. It's like, I'll tell you, as he talks about his friends that are in the club. So I'll give you a couple other names. People sitting out in the backyard. There's a number of people in the semicircle and chairs and among the tiki torches and menacing feeling somewhat tone. Their names are, I gave you Pete. His name is Peter Hill, right? And hold on a second, I'm going to give you the 2 more names once I find them. Okay, so Sloane Martinez, and he describes her as a petite and mousy, bespeckled bookworm. Anyway, you'll see her. She's very smart and bespeckled and a bookworm. And also there's Jia Zhang, an ever smiling follower of the professor. And those are just names. if you need
Okay.
any more information, that will cost you.
Last questions. When are they going to execute the big plan, if there's any?
Oh, good question. Well, we don't really know. Like it's a long process. I'll tell you this. There's no big plan that's going to happen in the next 24 hours, but we are going to have, in case you're interested for whatever reason, and something that might be the next day or so. It's, we're going to have another club meeting. We have 3 a week. There's an important meeting that I have to be. I know you want to go on a date with me because I'm a famous basketball player here on campus, very popular. Now I haven't gone to practice and I've gotten kicked off the team, but
Sweetie, you're not like even in the top 5 of the people that get rejected by me. Don't flatter yourself.
oh, he says, never mind. I'm not telling you nothing.
I mean, but like, what were
We
you
have an
saying
important
about the
meeting tomorrow. That's we're gonna plan for a special event, like a retreat to a place I cannot tell you. But tomorrow is when we finalize the
Cute.
plan for our retreat.
Cute. That's cool. That's nice. Seriously, we can be friends though. But like not dating. I'm sorry.
He
The
seems
whole
to be losing interest quickly as some other attractive looking people walk by.
I was just like, yeah, please go and bother somebody else with your lame CD and your
He
your
stumbles
secondhand
away.
knockoff shirt.
Hey, this is an official
is my
Tommy
personal-
Hilfiger. I don't know.
I'm typing all of this to Alex. With the I'm dying. This is my personal hell. These people are so boring. Am I dead?
Okay. So
They text back, I'm sorry, it's 1998.
Yeah, for some reason.
For real.
Get used to it. Okay, so we cut back to the outside of the historical society. You happen to notice these cars
Alright,
that
so
were
we've-
out there before, but nothing big, no big deal.
We've walked
it's a
out,
little
there are cars we
darker.
didn't see, and the light goes out. Yeah. I feel like the hair on the back of Alex's neck kind of starts to stand up. Like maybe some spidey senses are going. I would love to maybe try to sneak away from here. In
Okay.
case there's any kind of ambush lying in wait for us.
Are you
Not that you'd
saying
do
that
that to
I've
us,
made
probably.
some soft moves and you're responding like a good and experienced City of Mist player? Yes, that would be appropriate.
Chuck, I think we should sneak. Can you sneak? Sneak. And Alex would make like weird noises. Before trying to bend the air and become invisible for my sneak away.
Okay. Yeah. We'll resolve Chuck in a second. All right, you make your way to the best of your knowledge. In fact, I'll tell you, nobody notices that you've left, or nobody's able to follow you, even if they were attempting to. You get away. How about you, Chuck? Oh, you're
Karsh,
muted.
you're muted.
I just walk away and just like, if I find myself in a dark alley, well, it's a vertical thing.
All right. So where do you go?
Well, apparently I've just been abandoned.
I told you to sneak.
No,
I said sneak. Let's go.
no. You just asked me if I could. You didn't tell me to.
Oh my god.
Okay, so while you're walking away, Chuck,
Mhm.
I guess what, out in the open? Making no attempt to.
No, I will. I will I will go in a way which is not obvious, and if need be, if I find myself in a alleyway which, say, doesn't have an exit, I will vertically make myself an exit. Is what I'm trying to say subtly.
All right. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do about that.
If I could walk through walls.
If you want to, so what you're saying, if somebody's following you, you don't care.
No, if people are following me, I will get out of there. That's what I'm saying. I will keep an eye out, and I will try to get away.
Okay, so do you want to roll sneak around or not?
Yes, I will
Or
do a
just wanna
sneak
fight?
around.
Okay, all right. Okay, I mean, you don't have to.
Um,
I'm not saying you have to.
if need be, if I need to get through security systems to get into a door, and then if there's a dark alley, if I need to fly over something, I will. If I need to look through, if they're trying to hide, like behind poles and stuff, I will try to look through the poles.
Who has the book?
I have the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alex
All right,
does
so the
books.
book's gone.
I've got a couple of things. I don't have chat dice anymore, so that's about everything I can do. I don't have intangible anymore.
Mhm.
Would have been perfect. So I've got a +4 to sneak. That's all I've got here. I will put a weakness though, because why not?
Okay.
I lost my manual. I don't really know how this stuff works, so maybe I can't actually do this stuff. Why did that work? I went down 2. Oh well, let's do it.
Okay, let's
Uh,
do it.
let's fail for the first time. Oh my god. I was
Oh, you
expecting to
did
fail
it.
for the first time tonight.
Oh, you have a bunch of what is
Woo.
the disabled security? What is all
If-
these
if-
tags?
As I said, if I need to break through, if I need to get through a door, to a
Get
locked
it
door,
outta here.
I will.
Okay.
It's a nat 10,
no,
though.
you
Still a
can't
nat
just
10.
make things up and put the tag on there. Okay, all right, still a 10. Yeah, nice try. But okay, you get away. Somewhere, you see people with robes and hoods going. Where did they go?
Oops, and
Robes?
hoods.
Robes and hoods.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean not like KKK style, like dark, like Jedi looking.
So not like
Not KKK
not like
Yeah.
Tiki Torch holding
Yeah.
robes and
White
hoods.
supremacists.
Wait, no, you did say not KKK. Whoops, sorry, wrong one.
I was thinking. I was thinking they were the fedoras.
Black bags.
hats.
I know. I was worried about fedoras. I was
Mhm.
not
Yeah,
worried
they're-
about robes and hoods.
Damn, Polly, you get
Under
us
new
too much
management.
there.
Oh,
There's more going on than you thought. That's why I was careful to say, well, hold on now. There's the rift powers that they're dealing with might not be what you think. There's
They're under-
parallel storylines right now.
Under new management.
Mhm.
or maybe we stepped in between factions because somebody didn't want us to have the book, and somebody gave us the book.
Hmm.
I don't know what to say about that.
Wait, is there a war?
Okay. There's a gang war going on.
And so you
A
go
good
back
war?
to the. So we'll cut back.
So we go back to the
philo-
headquarters.
Okay. All right. So you
That's
make your way
fine.
back there safely, safely and unfollowed. Meanwhile, the philosophy club meeting winds down, and Christine, what are you sticking around waiting for Mavis?
Yep,
Okay.
I'm not leaving until my girls get out of there.
All right. All right. So he finishes his talk, the professor, and some of the philosophy club members, they get up and they leave right away. Others stick around and mill about. Some join the party. The professor himself is, getting ready to leave. If you want to talk to him one-on-one, you can. Otherwise, he will be making his way out of there. So, okay.
Yeah, I would like to talk to him. thank you for letting me sit in on the lecture, at least letting me join and giving me a chance. I do find a lot of what you're saying fascinating, and if that is at all
isn't it?
possible, I would.
There's more mystery and revelations than an ordinary person like me or you could ever hope to discover without the magic of the alchemical soul transformation process.
I want to investigate to ask him
Okay.
questions. Is that okay?
All right, he's mindful. He's still mindful too, we'll say.
Two.
Yeah.
So. Thank you. I might as well just do it now. So I am. I'm gonna kill him with kindness. I'm being super nice.
Okay.
I am socially perceptive. I understand social situations pretty well. And I'm a woman of words. I like to weave my words together to formulate sentences that can draw attention and get what I want.
Okay.
Good? Cool.
Yeah.
-2.
Yeah.
-2. So that's a 1.
Chat dice if you've got them.
Okay, hold on a second.
Chat dice. I'll use a chat dice. Ooh,
Okay, let me
that's a 2.
let's see, before you roll, I want to make sure that I tell you of any custom moves that might apply. Yes. There is a custom move that says whenever you ask Professor Clay for answers, I can ask you, what do you seek? And Professor Clay will know the answer. You also take a relevant tier 1 status, like what you seek. So you seek power, right? I mean, would you say that?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you could, this is not gonna affect your roll, but you would take seeking power 1.
Okay. Cool. So I will roll that. The investigate roll. Oh, of course it's a miss. I always am the one that misses in this party.
You're muted, Karsh.
I was just saying the first one 3 hours in.
It's always me though. I'm always the one that fails rolls. So.
Yeah, there really hasn't been a whole lot. So, okay. So he is, he says, look, I have to go. I've got a meeting. It's the middle of the night. Well, almost. I've got an important professor meeting to do professor things. Why don't you just stick around here and talk to some of your, fellow students? I'm sure they'll have something to say about this. Just be aware of one thing. The people you bring along with you in this process could make this will affect it dramatically. Do not involve. We try to be lighthearted here. We try to make things jovial and fun. There's like nothing about the process that seems like anything like that. However, it would be very uncomfortable for anybody who is not committed to walk the path of transformation, such as your friend. I would think twice about bringing her here again. I don't mean to sound threatening because I'm jovial and happy, but I don't think that's. I don't feel like she's right to join. Bye-bye now.
Yep.
See you later. Okay, so he's gone. That'll be the hard move to basically just be deny something you want.
Cool. Yeah, I'm kind of like look around and like I don't really know if I could investigate any. I mean, I could ask these people questions, but it would just be the same role, and I don't want to do that again. So, thematically, I am going to leave.
Okay.
Because like literally all I would do is roll the exact same roll, which I just did. So I don't want to do that again.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So what would you like to do as a group now? How would you like to resolve the rest of the day?
Group chat message come through. We found something.
Okay. I will meet you guys back at my apartment so I can unlock the door because you guys don't have a key to my apartment.
We're waiting for you there.
It's okay. I made one.
And then
I
question
go-
HQ.
I'm suing all of you.
I go over to Maeve. I go over to Maeve and I go, so we're going back to HQ.
My apartment. I live
It's-
there.
You own my
Yeah.
house already. What's there for
I
suing?
know. It's and honestly, it's kind of weird that you're not just buying a place and you decide to live in the HQ instead.
It's
But whatever that you like, I'm not judging.
it was my apartment first. But okay, we're gonna go. I'll go back and I'll just like, I assume they're just like both sitting outside my door at my apartment. You have a key to my apartment? What the fuck is happening?
You let us stay over. We were prepared. Alex will always be prepared.
Alex
We're
took
on your
my
couch.
key. Alex took my key. And
Please
made
stop
another
saying
key.
this like you're surprised. Please stop saying this like you're surprised.
I am uncomfortable. Maeve kind of just like walks into her apartment.
Isn't it weird that
Oh,
literally Penny, who you're going on dates with, doesn't even have the key to this HQ, but Alex does?
Mm.
Penny and me have been on 2 dates. We're not even together. We haven't even talked. I mean, I don't think we are. We haven't talked about. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't give her a key to my apartment. She doesn't stay the night. That's weird. That's like a relationship step that I am not.
And this is this is the secret HQ. It's on the door.
Yeah, I'm just.
The outside of the door actually has
out.
secret HQ.
My landlord's gonna
When
kick me
did you
out.
add a secret to the sign that I have people made?
Alex?
It's very DIY. I love it.
We will talk about you making a key for my apartment later. Right now,
Yeah. We
What
need
did
we
you
need keys for
find?
everybody.
no, no,
I can do that.
Yeah,
no,
thank you.
please, God.
I'm literally.
You
Is
did
Please don't
right.
make a key for me. I cannot hire another person to keep track of my keys for me. It's so stressful.
What did you find at the Historical Society?
So yeah, when you come in, actually late, like your kitchen table has been completely cleaned and scrubbed, and like I hope you didn't have anything important like love poems on it or anything.
I have poems
And
all over the place. Like,
yes, and Alex has like laid out a cloth and then the book, and has like
Oh.
made Chuck put on white gloves with me, because if we're gonna handle manuscript, we're gonna handle manuscript, man.
Which is then
Oh,
made into
we're,
finger
like,
puppets.
Okay,
Check
but
it.
like those gloves are not fashionable, and it totally does not go with my outfit.
okay,
them on.
So you found the book.
We found the book.
Okay, cool. What does the book say? Have you read it yet, or are you just staring at it?
Well, first of all, it takes quite some time to prepare a space for an ancient manuscript to be properly protected and preserved. Second of all, it's not in English.
You
Then
think- what
why
is it?
am I wasting my time putting on these ugly gloves that does not go with my outfit, Alex?
Okay, wait.
Why?
Stop.
Christine,
What
it
language
gives you an
is it?
excuse to
Touch
change
it?
outfits to buy a new one.
Which is
I
it in?
suppose.
Oh, me?
Yes.
You sort of recognize flipping. Well, I don't know what you're doing, but like, there's Latin and there's symbolism. You might be able to make sense of it if you investigated.
I can probably read a little bit of Latin, considering I'm a literature major, and that's like part of.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
You
just be a
know
bit-
where it comes from, generally speaking.
Oh,
It's like a middle-aged type of book.
actually, Maeve, you know Latin.
Middle-aged type
It's
of
fine.
book.
You don't need to change the game for it. I think I have enough.
Okay.
But I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna investigate the book then. I can't roll another miss twice, right?
So the book bursts into flames.
Before you do that, I'm just going to flip the card on our group thing and unburn our crew tag
Okay.
of
Oh, are
library
you
department.
unburning library? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think.
All right.
Did you say library department?
Yeah, library. Yeah,
Department. The library has
it's
its
the
own
library.
department.
I've got it down as departments, but and then do a flashback.
Okay. Do it. Do, 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 do.
Oh, hey, do you think this might come in useful later if you actually find the book? It says it's supposed to be in, like the original one was in Latin and in like in ancient
nice
languages.
job.
Do you think we should take that out and get that? I mean, who knows? You might get
You mean like an English translation?
Yeah.
Couldn't hurt.
Probably.
Should we do the Latin or the Greek, or should we just get both?
Probably both.
Somebody
We'll just get them
do
both. And wait, have you got a library card? I've never actually gotten anything out of the library.
I'll
I
check it out.
actually have a library card.
You do?
Yeah. Otherwise, how else am I supposed to go on date here?
It's a university library.
I just like to have cards for things.
So we get one juice.
One
for-
juice.
Well, no. So it would be if it were a backstory thing, then it would be one juice. Instead, you have to roll.
Okay.
So it says describe an action carried out by a character in the past and make a move for that action.
Okay.
The outcome. So it would be change the game.
So Chuck changing the game.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not going to be good. I have
Using the
nothing I
library.
can probably put in there.
The library.
Oh
yeah,
Library.
you got the
we
library.
can just burn it. Oh, that's
Can I-
You can't burn it. It's just used.
Oh, that's right. You can't burn it for a hit anyway.
No.
Don't you have
Can I help somehow?
The thing is, like, I could do something, but this is Chuck flashback.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to have been there. You know, like
Yeah.
we were all in the
Oh.
library.
Recently.
So.
We were at the library.
Chuck and I have already talked in the flashback. We've established.
Yeah, we're
My
all
brother.
there, technically.
Yeah.
We were all there. We were there together.
Well, if you want to do anything to help, that's just going to cost you your one flashback, which is, probably not that big of a deal to give up.
especially late in the show.
Right.
Yeah,
If-
we're pretty
Once
late.
per
Yeah,
session, for those
Yeah.
watching, you can flash back to a previous time and give yourself an advantage that has finally come to fruition.
Chuck, why don't we
Well,
just get
wait.
all the translations? I'll help by carrying all the translations we can find for Chuck to check
Okay.
out.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sure. So I don't look like too much of a nerd.
Yep.
That's not a bad thing, Chuck.
So
Is that a +1? So I've got +2.
you got library and then a +1 help point from someone from. Do you get anyone from Gabby too?
I don't have a help point.
I've got an
so-
idea.
Oh, okay, that's
No.
I'm going to use my glasses because it makes me look smart.
Okay. All right.
Karsh. I'll give you a help point, okay? Jeez.
There you go.
Give me a help
Hey,
point.
but-
Thank you.
But take away the glasses. You can't do
Damn.
that.
I was going to do a weakness.
No, too bad. That's
Oh, well.
weird.
I will take a weakness though. It's too complicated. He doesn't really know how to do library stuff. So
Okay.
change the game with a +2 total. And that's everything. 2 pluses from you and a minus, and yep, 3 done. This is probably going to fail.
Shh, don't say
Yes.
Oh, you did it. Okay.
Only me. I'm the only one
So-
that fails in this group. Like, it's so
I
crazy.
was the first. Well, yeah, true. Yeah, sure. You were. Yeah.
So, go ahead. Tell us what you're going to spend your juice on.
Well, we're spending juice on having translations to then help with the translation of the book in the next scene.
All right. So you want like a Latin book or whatever
Latin or Greek, whichever the book will be.
Say
appropriate.
Latin book.
We've got one of each or something for the important parts.
So that's one story tag, and then what? You have another juice.
Well, if you want to keep it going, like
You
for
will keep it
multiple-
going. Yeah.
Prolong the effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. You have a Latin. You have a book. You happen to check out a Latin book
Yeah.
that will help you decipher the you know, the mysterious writings in the book that you received with seemingly little effort, considering what you had
all
to
our
go through last
flashbacks.
time.
Just, well, two flashbacks. It was Alex's and Chuck's. Cool. Yeah, I know mostly Latin, so it'll help to like with those words that I don't know, so I can definitely use that.
Help you with the big words.
It's mostly the small words that get confusing. So
Or the weird alchemical terms.
the weird alchemical terms that I will not know. So I'm gonna do. I have an eye for detail because I am always keeping. What is it? What's Corvus's tag?
Oh,
Focus
it's
on the task at hand.
yeah.
Focus on the task at hand. I have an eye for detail, and I have a +1 from this. And I was going to say we could use the Maves apartment tag on the crew theme because I'm technically in my own apartment. So I don't know if that counts. I mean,
Yeah.
So
I'll give it to you. It
HQ,
gives you a place of focus. It's
yeah,
it's
I'm
you know,
focused in here.
Right.
Yeah, there's no distractions.
can
Yeah.
we only use it if she understands it's not Maeve's apartment, it's now our HQ?
I have the tag as Maeve's apartment, just like how you have library department. So
library department.
unfortunately,
That does sound like something Chuck would say.
it does sound like something she would say. Maeve's apartment department. So yeah, I'll that'll be a +3. Do you? And I can. I don't think I have any weaknesses that are relevant.
Well, let's have a look. Since you bring it up, let's have a look.
Appears unapproachable. I don't think the book really cares about how I
No,
look.
I don't see anything.
Yeah,
I don't see
anything.
anything.
So
It's all
I'll
good.
roll investigate.
Is there a weakness on the crew tag I can invoke?
Loose lips sink ships, which is like basically we're not good at
Yeah,
like keeping secrets.
Forget it. Yeah.
I know.
We're not
I
subtle.
wanted to. I did want
They're
one.
not subtle.
Yeah.
You know. Only I could roll a +3
Mild
and get.
success. What? Okay. Anyway, you can ask 3 questions. You could do 3 3 reverse clues, either one. You can mix and match. This might be more of a question than reverse clue, but
Yeah.
throw it out there. What do you got?
What's the main purpose of the book? What is the main?
The main purpose of the book is to the main purpose of the book.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can word this better before you give me an answer that I don't like. Basically, like, what is like not the main. I know the main purpose is to like teach someone alchemy, right? Or to like specifically, but like, what is? There's always like a main. Is there anything that like the book is gearing towards, right? Like it's the most important part of the book.
Yes. So the most important part of the book is where it does appear. It appears, and it is fuzzy or incomplete. Your understanding of it is not full, but it does seem like the alchemy in this book. There's the metals part, but there is something that appears to transform people's life essence into some sort of a chemical or a
chemical.
like a
okay.
Well, no, like a
liquid.
Like a liquid sort of thing, or like a
like
substance.
Elixir,
Like
substance,
I didn't say that.
You didn't say
I didn't say
elixir,
that. Like
but
people's life essence could be like made into a like a goo. Like, that can't be right, but
okay.
And it's not just, as you look at it, it's not just their whole life.
Oh, I think I know what you mean. Mavis
It's almost a part of, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to tell though. It's very fuzzy.
Yeah,
Drinking their
couldn't be a
souls.
legendary part of someone.
No, but
what?
Anyway, sorry. It's in Latin and there's symbols, so you don't know.
Sorry,
it's probably just
you guys
a cupcake.
Important. Yeah, this is not important, guys. Sorry. My next question would be, I really want to ask this because this guy, the way that he talked about souls, but I feel like no, I can't ask that question. It might be a little too metagamey because I know the name of the case.
While you're reading it, you cannot get that the sound of like clown noise, like a honk noise from a nose out of your head. Carnival music.
You know, I want to use one of my clues for that because it's like technically, right? Could I? No, because I'm mostly reading books, so I won't do that yet. I'll figure it out later. So I guess my next question would be what happens when we transform the soul? You know, like what's the end goal? I understand that it's like transforming the soul, but like what is the does it say anything about what happens when the soul transforms?
Later on in the book, you can see that this substance that seems to generate the from the like a lot of heat. Heat is somehow involved in the process, reduces, I don't know, souls to a sludge, and you could put it in all kinds of different devices or into objects, you know, like a stone or I don't know, a piece of jewelry. You know, shows ways that you could put this sludge,
okay.
you know, and make it solid and somewhat beautiful.
Okay, I get the picture now. Okay, how about this? That's a weird Viv question, not a Maeve question. I don't know if that would be a Maeve question. Oh, I'm so confused. Do you guys have any suggestions of what I should ask?
Is there a way to track
Alex?
or trace these objects?
Okay. I think I know what the object is. I'm
How
pretty
to
sure I know
stop it? How to stop it?
Yeah, is there any way to reverse the process?
Oh.
No?
There's no known way in that book
In the
to
book,
reverse
okay.
any of this. Like it's
And there's no like footnotes on where I could look to find that answer. It's just a no.
No, yeah, no. I mean that this is there's like nothing in there that would like the idea of reversing like the melting down of a soul into a sludge and then put into some piece of jewelry. It's by its nature, it doesn't, you know, I'm not even going to charge you a clue because it's you know, it doesn't seem like a book like that would have. Yeah.
Okay. Fine, then my last clue would be I guess God, I don't know. So any other questions from you guys? Because I feel like tracking the objects is like
or like what is the purpose? What can you do with the distilled souls once you have them? Is there
to transform the soul, which is I think I already know what's happening with it. I'm trying to I think I have a theory that I can say out loud, but I just want to get one.
You might not be right. You might not be right because I don't know if I mean you're pretty good at putting things together, but there's a lot you don't know, so I'd be surprised. But
I will say my theory right now. I'll actually say it out loud as Maeve. So I went to the meeting, and from what I've heard, it sounds like this guy's a fucking nut. But he might be onto something, and I think I'm a little worried because now I'm kind of after reading this book, it seems like that question. Remember how I said that kid? His name's Peter Hill, by the way. Fucking loser. You remember how I said that he had like a connection, but I thought he was being manipulated. But I actually think what happens is that remember how I thought the candy was condensed down versions of our legends, like or someone was. I think this is the same thing because the way that he talked about it, he mentioned releasing the legendary side. Okay, so it's either A, it's taking away the legendary side, or B, it's taking away the non-legendary side of us. And I think what's happening is they're taking it and putting it into those necklaces that we saw those people wearing. And I think that's what gives them powers. I think it could be crazy, but like I think that is exactly what's happening. Is they're taking it, and it requires a lot of heat, which explains why the school was so hot.
Like
and it
like the
smelled
furnace.
weird. Like the furnace. I think he's doing this, and I don't know why he would want to do that. So actually,
To give people
that's not a good question.
superpowers,
But
and
why would he-
therefore
to
back
what
him up
end?
as. If they give people superpowers, then he has an army. They'll be loyal.
He talked about becoming transcending. To me, that sounds like becoming a god. And the way that this book reads, it reads like, if we think about what happened to Corvus, how he became a god, basically, but like not really, but he did become a god, kind of. That's my feeling. And that might be crazy.
What if he's following the fashionable bar of more is more and just added on that power to himself?
That's always an
That's what
option.
I think.
Reads the
building
thing.
So
an
I'll
army.
give you a word you can
why-
use that you pull out of the book. So like, this sludge that you're kind of describing. I'm not saying if you're right or wrong. It's a good theory. It seems kind of suspect to me, but it would be called Ichor, Ichor.
Ichor.
Yeah.
You might have given me too much.
Hey,
I should-
whatever. It's in the book. It's in the book.
Okay. Cool. So, is it Ichor or Ichor? It could be.
Oh,
I guess,
yeah. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say it.
Ichor.
probably
Ichor.
Ichor. Okay.
Well, that seems like too much then. Now that you pronounce it
That was
way.
probably too much, but okay. I appreciate. I'll use
Hold
that as
up.
clue on that. That gives me a bunch of information.
Well then, no more clues for you.
So
Thank you.
you're
Can I just-
literally.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Good.
How are we not excited about this? We can get rid of this. I can go on with my life.
I think maybe what I was thinking with Rachel is that she was taking the legendary sides out of us. I think the problem is it sounds more like this is taking or suppressing the normal side of us. And it's going the opposite direction. If I'm right. I might not be right, but
Oh,
that's what it sounds
so
like.
this is
And-
literally killing us.
well, we
So
don't
it's
actually
not
know
giving
what
people
happens if you-
superpowers?
I mean, Rachel's process was pretty fatal.
we don't know it was fatal. We actually never saw someone without, so like we don't actually know what it looks like when you lose your legendary side, which is kind of terrifying because we know what happens when you give into it, and I assume if you can eventually go back to the way that we were.
I can't help you. I kind of blacked out back there.
I think maybe there's no way to have known what actually happened to those people, but I think maybe I would assume that we can't live without it because the way that this guy talks about it, it's like it is a part of us. That he described the legendary things as a part of us and exemplifying that part, and he described it as a part that is repressed, which kind of scares me because that part of me is terrifying, but that does speak a lot of volumes about the kind of person that I am on the inside, so that makes a lot of sense. So
Does that make you
otherwise-
bad?
No, I'm not
I mean,
a bad person. It's not bad.
There was a sect of the ancient Greeks that held that the true part of us was actually trapped within us and had to be released. It's an old philosophy, but it did require the death of the body in order for that to happen.
See, I
No.
feel like
No, this is stupid. This is crazy. This is truly insane. Do you listen to yourself? Like, we are who we are, and that's great. We are nothing like what the other thing is some kind of disease that inflicted us or whatever. Look at Chuck. He used to have that something gone and is now something different, right? So like, how can it be him?
I think it's just another manifestation of Chuck, though. Like, I think that's the point, is that
Are you calling me
These
crazy again?
Nobody called you crazy. You called me crazy. I would never use the word crazy.
You called yourself
No, I'm-
crazy.
No, I'm calling those two, and I
What-
pointed at Alice.
What if they're
and
not
Mavis.
part of us? What if they're just drawn to us because we're like them in some way? What
But
if
I
this
feel
really
like-
is something we could be free from?
What if
Yes,
they're?
exactly.
What if we're part of
feel
them?
like- I feel like I'm gonna be real with you guys. I feel
Chuck,
like
that
I'm-
was almost prescient.
Sorry, what?
feel
You did good.
that
Touchdown.
I
Wait.
feel like maybe for me, what I gathered from that is that the true me isn't the one that gives in all the way, and it isn't the one that's asleep per se and doesn't know what's going on. It's me now. Like the me that understands. I feel like that is the true me. Like the mix between this legendary and normal, because if he's right, it's those are both parts of me that are actually active and aware of each other, which is kind of terrifying to think about. Because if I go back to sleep per se, right? If we stop thinking, then we don't see anything that's actually happening. But if we go too far, then it seems like we give up on our humanity, and I feel like it's a mix of both that makes us who we are. That's Vivian talking, by the way, but mostly Maeve too.
That doesn't.
I don't buy
No,
it.
that
I don't believe it. That
No.
sounds wrong.
Are you saying that, like, if we in the morning that we'll forget everything, and like this is
No.
happening all the time over and over again?
No, Chuck, I'm saying.
If
that,
I'm
like,
saying that I'm
remember-
forgetting, is this what's happening?
Do you remember when I came to the Chucky would be the only one that remembers this, but remember when I came and I said I just wanted to get rid of the wand, I didn't want it anymore. I feel like if I got rid of the wand, I wouldn't be my full self, which is weird, and I
No.
think that's why I've grown so attached to it, is because it is part of me.
it's you.
Or
I turn to Alex and say, "She's never said that before. I think she's crazy."
I know.
No,
That-
she's
And I chime in on the whisper, and I go, I think she's.
I can hear
she's
you guys.
going mad.
I'm deeply concerned that this is showing some of the hallmarks of classic addiction.
Maeve.
Oh
Yes.
my
Close your
God.
ears.
I know. I'm getting gaslit, Polly. You're not even involved in this. They're gaslighting me. I'm being serious. I think just described what he said. It's obviously a cult, and I don't buy into this whole like. But I think he's trying to become a god, and that's or like something
Okay.
above us. You know, something like.
So he
Corvus
wants to liberate, right? And that liberation, according to the book,
is
produces
liberating humanity or our soul.
ick.
Icker, yeah.
So from whom would he be
icky.
liberating?
Ourselves from ourselves. I guess he believes that our mundane selves repress the legendary, which is, I think he's right that they do, but I think it's more of like it kind of to me feels like it's like a safety measure, just to like make sure that we don't go too far. You know, I feel like maybe we're keeping our legendary sides in check by proceeding with our mundane lives.
This
So-
is
from what
several steps too far already.
Yeah,
to the
I
group,
lost.
but-
I lost this whole conversation.
No, I
Question.
could. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Go ahead.
legendary sides can break free, and that seems to be, well, particularly dangerous. Losing Corvus, Chuck, whatever happened. Shouldn't someone be keeping this in check? It feels like there should be people responsible for
I think there
that
are
not
people
happening.
responsible. I think there are people responsible, and I kind of saw them this morning, or like I
Like the
saw
people
through
following
their
us?
ruse this morning. People following you?
Followed.
Yeah, from the
don't
historical
know, it was a-
society.
Very strange feeling.
The hats? Did you have
This
the
is-
hats follow you?
More
There were
hoods.
no hats.
There's people that wear hats and their faces get obscured from the hat.
No, these look like people.
No,
who
like
should
the
have...
woman at Chuck's house. No, not like that.
No. These
At
would be
all.
people more like they would have like tiki torches or something like that.
Oh, the cultists?
Wait, there's cultists?
Yes, the students in that group are definitely in a cult. Like, he is definitely cult leader
Every movie has
101.
prepared us for cultists to be in dark rooms.
Yes, and also apparently the cult is going to have a cult retreat tomorrow.
Yeah, which is the timer that we saw, and I think he's enacting his plan, whatever the hell it is, tomorrow.
Wait, someone
So
didn't
I
want us
know-
to
He's
have this
making
book,
Kool-Aid.
right?
Said someone was
Someone
calling,
didn't
did
want
they-
us to have this book, and now we have this book.
Which is awesome, right? 'Cause I'm awesome. I convinced the guy to give us the book. He wasn't going to, and he just gave it to us.
That's
He did
so
just-
good.
Give it to us.
Yeah.
And he knew who we were.
Yeah.
Didn't
He
tell
knew
us.
who Chuck was? And he knows
Did
Chuck.
you
He's
just-
seen us before.
Did you just go around telling everyone who we are?
No. I said they were here for
Wait,
the
so you-
university. We're here for the doing a paper, and yeah.
Alex, describe what you mean by he knew who you were. You?
Oh, it's been checked
He
out.
came out. He gave me the book. He checked it out in my name.
Your
I don't
name,
tell
like
people my name.
Alex? He just said Alex, like your name. Okay.
And Alex will flip to the back of the book, and there's like a card there, and like it's clearly checked out to Alex Storm with like the date stamped.
And your last
like
name,
old
your
school.
government name.
Yes.
Oh my
Like,
god.
oh, hey.
And the weird thing was,
Chuck
all
pulls
that
out
was
nothing. He's
under
like,
the
look, I made
plastic.
notes.
Oh yeah, it was under the plastic too,
Yeah.
right?
And
So-
yet it was still there.
Okay,
Um,
so I know that there are two people in the
I like
inner
that
circle.
detail.
Their names are Sloan Martinez and Jaja Jane.
what a weird name.
Yes. Well, honestly, it's kind of
Does she have
iconic.
a sister named Ava?
Ava who?
I love you, Kate. You
Bring
are
the
so
old people
funny.
jokes. It's fine. Just bring in the
But-
old people jokes.
Yeah, the young person in the group recognizes your old people joke.
Ava who?
So
Sorry,
we'll
go.
do what it takes to stop this madness, but make no mistake. If I can find a thing to get rid, if I can find a way to get rid of these things, I will, because this is not normal, and we're not a mix between us and whatever this is. Because this cannot be fair. It cannot be normal, and it cannot be fair, because we cannot go on in our life and live with the fact that sometimes things happen and get your parents terrified of you.
Christine,
If one group
I
didn't
just-
want to, right?
hand on the shoulder.
You said there's like the people with hats or something. You think there's people trying to stop things like that?
I mean, it makes sense. They
Shouldn't we
seem to
go?
almost
Shouldn't
be
we
like,
tell them? Is it anyone with a hat? Should I be scared? Or is it just a specific hat?
Hold on, Chuck. Wait, stop. Hold on. I'm having a revelation that you had a really good idea. Give me 1 second. I have to mark
Twice.
this day
Oh,
mentally
yeah.
in my mind
In
2
the
times
same
in 1 day.
conversation.
In the same conversation. That's actually because their legend is like the veil itself, right? The veil itself is their legend. It's so weird, and it would make sense that they would want to keep things veiled, right? Because the veil keeps normal people from seeing stuff like this. So do you think they deal with like? That's such a good. How could we? We have Akidu's number, don't we? I could call her. We could call her.
I pull out my new phone. It's like, no, I don't have any number from that name.
I think I have it now because I remember her.
Okay, question. How come they don't stop them then? Why
Maybe they
wait
don't
until it's
know?
become this big thing?
Maybe they don't know. Or maybe
Maybe they do know.
they do know.
Are you saying that that's
They're
why
kind
we've
of
got
like
this?
cops. Do we trust them? Because they're cops, right? They're kind of cops. They're like veil cops.
Is that like feds?
Oh.
Other than a good-looking woman
Narcs?
in a suit outside Chuck's house, I don't really know what we're talking about.
So these people with the fedoras, it's almost like so the veil is something that hides things from regular people, right? It's kind of like this ever-present thing in the city. That's what I was telling you this morning, that I can see through it now. I don't know why, but I can see through parts of it. The veil keeps things hidden. And so I saw that these people, their legend was almost like just the veil itself, which is weird because the veil is like a entity, right? Or it feels like an entity and not like our legends itself. And I don't know any kind of legend that coincides with it, whereas like ours are kind of like stories from books and like, you know, folklore and mythology is what I've seen. So like it's kind of weird.
It's almost
but
like the opposite of a story.
It's almost like the opposite of a
So-
story. Yeah, when they
Yes.
put on their fedoras, it's like you forget their face. I could never remember her partner's face. And then when I was talking to her, she put her hat on, and I completely forgot who she was.
So,
Until I had
And
that
you say,
revelation.
I'm forgetful.
Chuck, it's not. They're doing it's intentional. It's like it's like the fact that they can use the veil against people like us, which is we're usually the people who can see through it. It's crazy.
okay, hold the phone. Hold the phone. I have a receipt.
I agree, crazy,
Okay.
but I wouldn't say it. I maybe.
So,
I'm holding my.
you mentioned earlier today, this morning, that you could not remember literally the guy that you talked to at the History Society.
Yeah.
That sounds like what you're describing with the police. So what if they are the same thing?
Or they use similar tactics, because to me it felt like the History Society did not want us to learn anything, and it's weird that they gave you a book without you
Does he look
waiting
like
6
this? And I
hours.
show.
You said you had to wait there for hours and hours and hours to get nothing. We were there 10 minutes. They knew my name, and they handed me the
name.
book I didn't
So,
ask
wait.
for.
Stop. They
The book
wanted
I
us to
didn't
get the
ask
book,
for.
and he's friends with this professor. He wanted us to get the book.
His friends with the professor.
Why did he want us to get the book?
Oh, you know, like that one thing that like sometimes Rebecca fight with Natasha about like something that they both work on, but now they're like, oh no, I hate your vision completely and utterly. I'm going to open a new company now. And so they're now rival.
Yeah, I lost you at some time.
I don't
Pirates of
even
Silicon
know who those
Valley.
people are. Silicon Valley?
I was talking about fashion, but okay.
Same
Can we talk
transition.
about football? I'm sure the game's supposed to be on.
Can we talk about the actual issues at hand?
Right.
Like-
So what I'm trying to say is, what if they used to work on the same team, but one of them go, oh, we should totally make people normal because normal is cool. And why would we like ever want people to have the power to destroy a whole building and walk up sister with a brother? And the other person go, oh, actually, I want to have more of that power, please.
Wait.
And now they're fine.
Hold on, back up. Do what with what?
Knock a
tear a building
sister with
down
a
and-
brother.
Yeah.
Chuck.
Knock a sister?
Yeah, and walk a sister with her brother. You know, we were there. It's a moment.
Like Chuck did with Hans.
What?
To Rachel.
Whack.
Whack.
Okay, I was like,
Not
I
knock
thought
up.
she was saying something
Whack.
about her. I
What?
thought she was saying something about her background, and I was like, her history, and I was like, what are you talking about?
No.
Got it. Yeah. You go.
Again, lost you at hold on.
Chuck, just listen and don't say anything, please. If
Secondly,
you have good advice, say it.
secondly, I'm going to say what you said, May. And then I want you to tell me what you think of it, right? You're saying we should go to these people whose whole goal is for us to forget all of this happening or just does not know about it because they don't like it when people look through the veil or whatever. And you want to ask them for help. You being the person who has the ability to look through the veil.
What if?
Would think that these
What if we've already gone to them and we've told them all about it, but they've made us forget,
Forgot.
and everything's sold?
I wouldn't
Fantastic,
forget
we've
now, though,
done.
I don't think I would forget this time.
But we can't
Because
remember
you
it.
can-
So, of course we've done it. If we
about
So
remembered
basically,
it, we
we
wouldn't have done
think
it.
about
know nothing about a
Wait.
terrible thing that's about to happen, and we can trust no one.
Exactly, because we've told them
Right.
how to do it already. It's done.
Holly, what were you going to say?
Excellent. Why did I start following people?
Chuck, darling,
Well,
shut up.
To graduate.
when you learn, this is just
And
something you
me.
might want to keep in mind. It probably won't affect you at some point, but like,
Yeah.
when somebody learns that there's people out there, and I'm not saying that there are, I do think that there's people out there that can make you forget things. And sure, you could tell yourself that there are some things you'll never forget, but there's a feeling that you don't know what you don't know. And Chuck could be just making jokes, or he could be right. Like, if people can make you forget, let's hope they can't make you forget anything. Like, surely there's some things that like you cannot forget. But what if they are? What if they could make you forget anything? And if they can, what do you even know about yourself, or what you've done, or who you are? It sounds scary.
I've already been thinking all those things for like
Oh,
5
okay.
or 6 sessions, so I'm already
All
there.
right,
But
well.
I'm glad everyone else is there now.
You're like, welcome to my terror.
Welcome to my terror.
So, these people does not like people seen behind their veil. And you are somebody who can see behind the veil. Honestly, I don't think they like you.
I don't think they'd like me either, but frankly, I mean, this is like a very dangerous situation. I don't understand why. So Chuck is, or whoever said it is right. Like, if they
It was probably me
wanted,
then.
they probably know, right? Like, how could they not know if they have so much? I mean, they literally know where we are. Like most of the time, they popped up in very weird places. I wouldn't be surprised if they know everything about us.
Like
How do they not know about the?
Okay.
They must know, right?
like holiday.
Right. I mean, it's not my fault for updating my social medias, right?
Do you post about this on social media?
No, I do
You
not
live
post about
tweet our
this.
secret investigations.
No, I took selfie.
I posted that of where we are.
Oh my god! You know
I
what? That
took
plays
selfie
into
of
our
where
loose
I
lips
am,
since
and I need to
ships.
update
Yeah,
my
right.
subscriber.
Okay, let's call it a night. I need to lay down and think about how much all of this sucks. And maybe when Penny gets back from her thing, we can talk more about this. But I think right now we can't talk to the hats, and we can't.
Talk to
We
the
have no
hoods.
one to go to.
But we've
except
already
us.
talked to them. It's been
Right.
proven.
I think we need to hide the book and everybody stay at HQ tonight.
My apartment. You guys can stay in my
I'm
apartment.
not
But if anyone
staying
leaves,
in HQ. There's not enough room.
but whoever left the milk on the counter last night, you're buying me a new milk.
Oh, that was for the cat.
I don't have
There's
a
a
cat.
cat here.
I don't have a cat.
And whose cat was it that I let in?
You let a cat in my.
You let a cat in?
Good night. I like immediately just. I need to walk
Okay.
away.
Well, this being cute, I'm going to go back to my house now.
All right, let's do the do you think it's time for the geek out during the credits move, where we choose one of the options there to kind of close off the session. Each one of you will have an opportunity to answer one of the following: how has the crew grown this session? Which character had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session? Or which of your themes under the most strain? If it collapses, what new aspect will show up in its place? You will also tell us who you are and where we can find you after you finish your geek out during the credits move. Who would like to go first? I usually just wait
Silence.
because people aren't necessarily ready. All right, go ahead. Chuck, tell us. And then
To get
Oh,
for speak.
I
I
wasn't
thought you said-
volunteering, but I
I
was
thought
saying
you
the
volunteered.
silence
Okay.
across the board. Okay.
how about we start with let's start with Christine.
Okay, so I don't like any of them right now. They're all so crazy, and I don't like this. But at the same time, May says she has my back, and I did say I have her back.
I did
And
technically
she
have
did
tried
put
to talk
herself
you out of it.
maybe in danger with a lunatic cult philosophy professor in a boring fraternity that's used for studying. God, I can peek. So I'm going to give her the help point.
Okay. All right. And then who are you and where can we find you?
And hi, I am Gabriela. You can find me I think not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday playing a new show that's coming up in GoblinCaveTV. And also next Sunday, if you're in America, or sorry, I cannot think of time. So right now when I just play that character, okay, please give me a break. But yeah, this has been fun. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next up, we're going to go with Alex, if you're ready.
I think I'm going to give a help point to Chuck, who was actually supremely helpful at many points during the session. And had, we're used to Chuck hitting things for us, but he had really good points and investigative skills. And yay!
Who knew?
Yeah. So, and I am Ravenrook. I am here on Sunday nights. On Wednesdays, I'm on Cranthony's Anthologies, and love to hang out and talk and do some more City of Mist.
Yeah. Another City of Mist MC.
Okay, I'm going to jump in.
Okay.
I'm still figuring out how we're rating because the person just went offline. But
it's every time.
Yeah. It's either that or they have follow only chat, which is a no go for us. But yeah, I was going to give a help point for Alex because don't usually get paired up with Alex, even though Alex is new to the game. I'm usually dumped with Christine, but it was nice to have that. Well, but it was nice to have that to play off in the not the library but the historical society, and yeah, it's yeah. I like playing off other characters.
Good. All right.
Good impression too.
All right. Thank you. And finally, you can find Karsh here.
Yeah.
This is where Karsh lives.
Yeah, this is my project. I do about 50 hours a week of work online and offline. Probably more offline.
All right. Well, last but certainly not least, Mavis Thorn.
I'm going to. I want to take a help point on Alex for helping me out to corral the likes of Christine and Chuck. I feel like when Corvus was here, it was really funny because it was usually me and Chuck that bothered him, and now it's Chuck bothering me. So obviously some karma there. Yeah, I think also like Alex is not completely calling Maeve crazy and like actually kind of believes Maeve a little bit, which is cool because only Penny believed Maeve at first about everything. And I think you kind of noticed stuff happening at the historical society and you're like, maybe Maeve was right. Maybe Maeve was a little right, which is nice. And also, I just wanted to say, I wanted to pair you guys up because I feel like me and Christine always get paired up anyways. So I was like, I might as well just pair me and Christine up since we're going to a frat party, and I want to go into this. And I feel like Alex is not the right person to go into a maybe cult meeting, which I didn't know was a cult, but I was like, this is very sketch. And Chuck, so I was like, I'm the only one that can fight and can talk normally to this guy, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah,
Chuck could have turned up with a keg.
Not what he was looking for. I am Oblivivian. I go by Vivian on the internet. I go by Oblivivian on the internet. My name is Vivian. V. Call me Viv, please. But I am here on Sundays. I am also here not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday, playing a very little girl who is a traumatized magical girl. And I also am going to be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow on my channel, I will be streaming at noon EST ish because it might be 1 o'clock, but I will do it tomorrow. Yeah, so go
Alright.
follow me if you want to be there. And yeah, so, all right.
Thank you very much. And I am Polly of Polly People, of twitch.tv/Polly People. You can find me here on Twitch, Tuesdays through Saturdays, and Sundays on Goblin Cave TV.
And that's it. We're not rating anyone. Everyone keeps on going offline. So
We go too late.
the
that's
third
the
one that I'm reading is like, yep, we're leaving. Sorry, thanks for having me. And it's like, so we're not doing that. I also want to thank Oblivivian for like allowing me just to play that the clown music whenever it's mentioned. It was actually
Horrific.
playing the entire time, and I just raised the slider up to hear it in, like just slide in and out.
Oh,
Because-
no.
I hate clowns. I was like, the whole time I was like, I hate this.
but the reaction is great because it's more of a character. At least I see it as a character reaction. I'm sorry if it's a phobia thing. If it's a phobia thing, I won't do it again.
Oh no, it's fine. It was just funny.
But thank you everyone for coming in. It's been a fun game. This was a weird session. We actually did stuff and still had all the hearts and feels and all the bits and pieces.
Yeah.
That last hour was just chatting and chatting and chatting about like what's going on.
Well, I think it was useful. I like to hear what's on people's minds, so I don't accidentally like give the game away too quickly.
I think it's also
So that's
Polly
helpful.
doesn't know she's giving us good hints, and then she's like, "Oh shit, they're like picking up on stuff sometimes." She's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Oh, that's
yeah, right. I was
Whereas
like,
now she's
oh,
like, damn.
yeah. Well, good. I mean, well, I can see everybody's brain is on, and I like that. But sometimes I just assume I'm throwing things out there, and you know, I just don't know if you're picking it up or not.
Is Christine brains on?
The
It is one of those games where investigation is a big thing.
players. Oh yeah, yeah.
But we'll be back next week. 2 shows off this week. So tomorrow and the next one, we tried to get both them with a 1-week turnaround. Not happening. We tried, but they're both postponed. But Circus will be on at the end of the week, on Wednesday USA time, Thursday Australia. And though, don't worry, all our stuff goes up online. You can check out all the previous episodes we've had from this show and all our other shows at YouTube with Goblin Cave TV. So thank you everyone for coming in. Thank you everyone here, and of course our MC who's tormenting us. It's been fun, and we'll be back next week and also later in the week. So let's go to the credits. Bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.